Welcome to the From the 108 podcast, starring the drunk uncles of White Sox Twitter. He's a Twitter like whore, an Instagram thirst trap, and your grandma's guilty pleasure, BeefLoaf. A West Coast attitude in a decidedly Midwest body, MySoxSummer. And your host, he's sharing obscure music thoughts to give you time to hit the bathroom, Chorizy-E.
Thank you, Chorizy, and welcome to the From the 108 podcast. Get ready for some baseball, beer, and bullshit. And remember the drinking rules. If BeefLoaf talks about the goddamn Jets or Gilfs, you drink. If MySoxSummer talks about the thrift store getting piss on his hands, you drink. And if I talk music or say, here's the thing, you drink. Now, here's the thing. You can always make us drink for a tip of $1.08 or more.
Please, more.
Speaking of drinking,
I need some money for this weekend. So
what
please.
are you drinking? BeefLoaf, what are you drinking?
Boys, it felt like a tequila night, even though I was talking stout with you on Monday, Chorizo. Tonight feels like the G4. So we're going to hit the G4 Blanco this shit up. Have us a nice podcast. Sometimes you want to go with the hard liquor so you don't got to pee in the middle of the show. So I don't have to run to the bathroom during the second ad read, and I miss that the second ad read is only 38 seconds. And then my big fat body comes onto the screen from the side. I always forget about that. Right. So the G4 is where it's at. I got my special glass. Let's fucking go.
I just couldn't believe when you did that you had your dick out and was waving around in the camera. It was wild. A lot
of people don't know I'm bottomless when I do this show. That's how I perform best. You know, I'm a true artist. If you guys haven't noticed this,
and at company meetings,
that MSS. We still, I think we saw a ball. I think we saw a ball.
You didn't see any balls. You wish you saw balls.
The mushroom tips.
You wish.
And over there.
What are you drinking, MSS?
So hey, I was gonna put this in the brand new 108 coffee mug, and I was gonna be like, this is the greatest thing about this coffee mug. You don't even know what I'm drinking. I could be drinking Gatorade coffee, or what I'm actually drinking, which is Weller's Full Proof, or Special Reserve, the Special Reserve.
Baby, look at you.
I needed something sweet tonight. Yesterday I was like, I'm drinking fucking bourbon tomorrow night because I'm ready. But I was worried. Here's what I was worried about. And as people make fun of me, as my ice retention, I need to have the Yeti to keep the ice kind of still a little bit solid and not so melty. So I didn't know how it was going to play.
Yeah.
With
this is a good call.
So
this is
I'm
actually a good call, MSS. I would bust your balls normally about anything, but in this case, and I know this from doing this show and having a bourbon or two or three.
Yeah,
you put that ice cube in. And if it's gone, the next couple pours, you're still pouring to the level where the ice cube once was, and you're like, trouble. This is just one glass. This is just
so wait, you're drinking directly out of the tumbler. Yeah. Is that what you're doing? Okay. Oh, yeah, so what I would have done in your situation is I would have filled it with ice, and then I would have ice to put into the glass as I went. Yeah, that's the way I would have done it too.
That's what I do now. That's what I do now when I do that.
I have a thing full of ice too, but I was like, I like my.
Oh, then you should have used the mug.
I like my one big guy. I like my one big.
Should have used the mug. Now I'm out.
All right, fuck you both. Thanks for ruining my shit. Fucking loaf, you asshole. Chorizo, what are you drinking tonight?
Man, MSS, just for you. I went out and got the Fistmas.
Yeah, you're gonna try to shove one of those down my throat sometime soon. I know it. I can feel it.
I'll have them all. You could. I'm not feeding you anything. You have whatever you're having. I'm gonna have a couple two, three of those. It's gonna be delicious. Oh, you're gonna act like you got forced because you really want one.
That's what it is. Yeah, he's a liar.
You know what? I'm gonna pull the old family summer trick. You'd be like, you know what? I've never had one of these before. Let me try it.
First rum and coke.
I've never done this. What's a Fistmas?
Who can imagine?
Who's Revolution Brewing?
Let's get this drink from John Nava. He says, "Cheers, guys!
Cheers.
My weekend started today, so let's drink. Also, love my new beanie cap. Hell yeah,
John! Fuck yeah, brother! Let's go."
John, I hope I put a bunch of shit in your bag, good stuff, and send it to you.
Yeah, like Spanish Fly and all that cool stuff.
The merch. I feel bad because I just sent like Tadahito ordered 2 hats. I think he ordered a hat and a mug, and I sent him enough of Chorizy-E's medium old shirts from quarantine.
Yes.
So that
Mediums.
Jake will now be in his party era because he has 2 Hawaiian t-shirts or Hawaiian shirts that he can wear to games now. So it's gonna be pretty stoked.
All right. I got another comment I want to bring up, not because of the comment, but just that Ian is alive. He's among the living. Cheers.
Ian and I have DM'd actually, so I knew he was alive. We DM every once in a while. Good to see you in the
private chat too. I was like, Ian's alive. He's in
the comments. Ian here. Cheers, brother.
Kind of missed you. You still have a bunch of shit in my basement that you need to come pick up at some point. And then you disappear on us. So
that body, it's all chopped up. MSS has been an accomplice to a murder for fucking 6 months.
That's
I put it in a bag and I put it in a corner. I know where it is. Don't worry about it.
It's next to his Xfinity box.
That's turned in.
MSS, how you doing tonight, buddy?
I'm doing good, and honestly, a little bit update with the Xfinity guy. I finally talked to a person that resides in the United States, and we got some shit taken care of. They did not give me the full amount back. They didn't even come close.
Not shocked,
but they gave me $100, which is kind of nice.
Okay,
I mean,
good.
$100 is okay.
I'll take $100.
You know, so
that's 7 months, right, or what? Something like that, right? 7 or 8 months. That's good.
That's like the last. That goes $100 off the last payment that I have to make for the Xfinity, and I'm out.
Chorizy, that was another one where you and I, we knew he wasn't going to get all that money back. No, but we cheered him on because we love and support MySoxSummer. We're always going to do that for him. You know?
Listen, I just like that MySoxSummer is going to go grab the person by the feet and shake out those coins, man. I love that about him.
Me too.
Yeah. So that happened on Saturday, and what else happened on Saturday was me. Mama Summer, Little Miss Shortstop, and Little Sis Summer got in a fucking car accident coming home from a party, which was not fun. We had a great fucking time. We went to a housewarming party for somebody, and she was like, "Bring your kids," and we're like, "Fuck yeah, this is awesome. We can go and do this." And we go and we're at the party. We're walking back to the car. And it's raining. And we see one of those droids that drops off gifts at people's houses, you know, or packages. And my daughter is losing her mind. I am also losing my mind. I'm like, this is the coolest thing ever. Let's take a picture with it. So we're trying to take a picture and it keeps stopping. And we're like, we're fucking it up, you know, so we need to get out of the way. So we did it. And then we're driving and like, it takes us, the way that Google Maps took me to get there was not the same way it told me to get home. And
it changes up sometimes. Yeah.
And had I gone with the way that I went there, I probably wouldn't have gotten a car accident, but I went the way that it told me to go, and it got me back on the 9094, driving up Webster to Damon and 90, gonna go southbound, go onto the on-ramp, and there's the green light, right? Because it's only 9:30, so there's still staggering traffic. So I stop, and the guy is in front of me. And then the guy takes off, starts going. I look up, I see in my mirror, I see a car just zooming right at us. I know I said to my wife, I was like, get ready, something's happening. I guess I let off the brake a little bit, and I moved to the right, and this motherfucker just slammed right into the back of our car. Like full on. I mean, this guy didn't stop, nothing. So he fucking slammed right the fuck in the car. Now, I was like, this didn't feel too bad because I didn't feel too jacked. But then I'm also like, you got the adrenaline running, so you're kind of, you don't really know. And apparently,
8 bourbons at the party, so who knows?
Well,
what's
2 White Claws, thank God. So man, I was pissed immediately because I said, and because I told my wife, I was like, I knew this was gonna fucking happen. I knew it was gonna happen. It's snowy, not snowy, it's rainy. I go, motherfuckers don't know how to drive, and they're assholes. They're thinking it's still gonna be like dry weather. We're fucked. And so then I must have cursed right away. I was like, motherfucker. Then I get out of the car and I see the other guy is fucked up. Like he is just like hobbling. He's not speaking. And I'm like, brother, get back in your car. Like you don't need to be up. I'm going to call 911. I call 911. I'm like, and it's raining. I'm outside and it's raining. I'm calling 911. was like, just in a car accident. I was here. And they know where you're at because they can just go right to your phone. They're like, oh, you're at such and such. I'm like, yes. And they're like, okay, well, we need to send, ISP, Illinois State Troopers or patrol. And I was like, cool.
Timothy Maher asked, was it Ditka? This sounds like a Ditka story. Is it the Ditka MSS or no?
No, it was not.
Okay.
Ditka.
All right. Okay. Thank you.
So I get there and they transfer me to the troopers and a patrol, Illinois State Patrol, and they come through and they're like, get all the information. They're like, we'll send somebody out. And they're like, is anybody injured? And I was like, no, like we seem okay. I talked to the fam. I'm like, everyone's good, and I'm like, I can't really see anything. I go, right now, I also don't say no, we're not injured. I say, right now, we don't appear to be injured because I know what could happen. You could be 2 days later. I'm fucking fucked. So I'm like, get all that stuff in, and then don't say anything about it. Well, then I go back and I'm like, okay, I gotta start, taking pictures and collecting shit because we were just in an accident like less than a year ago with my girls, smashed into the fucking side of the car. And I'm taking pictures. I'm looking at the car. I'm like, the car seems drivable. Like that's a plus. I mean, if you're going to be in a car accident, if you're able to drive your car, it's good. So we're doing, that's good. And then the guy, like I go back in the car, I'm sitting down because the other guy isn't sitting in his car. I look to the left. I see this guy like walking with like one leg, like up to like take pictures and shit. And I'm like, I go, brother, you okay? And he's like, no. And like, he is not okay. And so we go back to his car. He sits down and I start to notice he is bleeding and like, he's got like blood stuff. So I look in his car, his front airbag went off. He had a lower airbag. His Toyota Corolla, there's a lower airbag, like where your legs are. There was side impact bags, all this shit. This motherfucker had like 9 airbags go off around him because he slammed right in the fucking back of my car. And I'm like, all right, I'm calling 911. And I called him back and I was just like, yo, the other driver is injured. Like we need medical attention. And like literally 5 seconds later, fucking there's the fire department right there, like trying to help the guy out. The guy's sister shows up. I had talked to her on the phone and she's like, is he okay? And I was like, I don't think he's okay. And she's like, did you call somebody? I was like, I called somebody. Don't worry about it. So they're all there and they take him out. And then the one guy, fireman was like, he's like, these airbags will really fuck you up, So I'm like, this is good. And he's getting taken care of. The tow trucks come, they pull his car out. They're like, is your car good? And I was like, yeah. He's like, all right, well, meet me at the Shell and I'll radio and tell the state troop guy, or the state patrol guy to like go over there. And I'm like, okay. And I go, my kids are here. And then my sister-in-law, lovely sister-in-law, comes and picks up my wife and the kids and takes them home so they can go to bed. And I'm just doing, the paperwork. Well, right when I'm walking down the ramp, like after I drop the kids off with my sister-in-law, the trooper pulls up and he's like, or patrol guy. I don't know if they're troopers. I don't know what the fuck to call them. They're ISPs. So he's like, hey, are you the other guy in the accident? And I was like, yeah. He's like, do you want to go get your statement? And I was like, yeah, we can go do that. He's like, well, jump in. I go, oh, my car is drivable. He's like, oh, well, shit, get in your car and just follow me. I go, you want to go to the Shell? He goes, yeah, let's go to the Shell. So we drive to the Shell and we're sitting there and he gets all the information and he does all this stuff. He's like, all right, well, go back and wait in your car. I'm just gonna write the report. And I'm like, cool. So we're just shooting the shit. I'm not talking to him and I'm just sitting there. And I shut the car off because I don't have a lot of gas, and like fucking in like, I don't know, 5-10 minutes, it's probably 10-15 minutes. He comes back up and I get out of the car and he's like talking to me about some stuff. And he goes, he looks at the plate and I got a Sox plate. And he goes, I mean, these guys going to win any games this year? And I was like, I go, yeah, actually, I kind of like the way that they're going, and I go, yeah, I think they will. And he goes, yeah, I'm a Sox fan. He's like, I like the Sox. And I'm like, I like the Sox too. And I go, fucking kind of crazy, like actually I have like a little Sox, podcast, blog, something, that I do. And
I love always selling.
And I go
always
crazy,
I love it.
Crazy enough. I go, I just happen to have one in the back of the car right now. But the Sox made something for me. I got to show you. So like my sister-in-law had given me 2 bobbleheads that they didn't want. And so I was like, walk over with the bobblehead and he looks at me and he goes, I know who you are. I just read your hat. And I was like, oh, you do? He goes, yeah. He's like, I see you guys on Twitter all the time. From the 108, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, shit. Like,
Then he arrested you.
Fucking fan. And so
you must be drunk.
So he sees the holidays. He sees the holidays.
Like, alcohol test, God damn it.
He's like, this is awesome. You know, man, congratulations. You guys are awesome. He's like, I love listening to you guys and reading your stuff on there. And I'm like, that was cool. He's like, go back. I'm going to go file this, call something in, and then you'll be out of here. So I won't sit back down. And he comes back and he goes, here's your report. He goes, and I'll see you guys on the Sunday Soak. And I was like, oh, shit. Like, he's a Sunday Soak guy. He's not even.
That's what I like to hear. That's what I like to
hear. That's an OG. That's an OG right there.
Thank you very much to the ISP that helped me out, because I was like, you don't want me to name your name, right? Like, you don't want people to know that. He's like, no, don't do that. He's like, ISP is fine. Please just do that. But I was like, that's fucking dope. That he's a Twitter guy and he helped me out. But I was wondering, I was like, is that why he said, hey, just jump in the car, MySoxSummer, you can come with me, it's fine? Or does he do that with everybody that's in these situations? Like, I just don't think that that's necessarily how it goes down all the time. But I just thought that was funny. So sorry for the long thing, but
I'm just glad that your car and the Lenny K1 license plate is fine. Taco Gladiator says, cheers. Can't wait to fill my 108 mug with scotch every morning.
Yep.
Cheers, Jared.
That a boy, Jared. Appreciate you.
Yours got sent out today, and I stuffed it's another 3-pound package that I sent to you. So enjoy that.
Oh, 3 pounds of weed. That's pretty nice. That's pretty nice. Beef. Oh, wait, hold on. Got another
hit another drink, man. Get that drink.
CJ says, assume the position, fuckers. Cheers. Cheers, CJ.
Love it, my friend.
Beef, how you doing?
I'm good, and I'm going to forego my banter because I know Chorizo's got a couple things. But I want to tell you guys something real quick. I'm walking back from the office today towards my car. You guys know I have kind of a long walk. I'm in the loop, and then I park over by the shopping center over there between Taylor Street and Roosevelt on Canal. And so I'm rolling up to I'm walking up on Harrison, and I'm getting ready to make the right-hand turn onto Canal there, just kind of heading the home stretch.
Yeah.
Coming across the street is a attractive, short, blonde woman, nice and curvy, pretty, younger than us, 30-ish, maybe late 20s. And so when you're a big adult male walking around like this, I try to always give a fair amount of distance between people, of course, just so that they're not nervous about big, gigantic guy, whatever. And I've got my earbuds.
Big, horny guy.
Well, I mean, I don't have an erection currently. I didn't have a current erection. Vibes. And so I kind of let her get in front of me and whatever. She's about five paces in front of me.
Yeah,
and I have my earbuds in, but all of a sudden I hear a loud noise. Someone saying, yeah, you go, girl. And I turn around, and at the intersection right there, there's an SUV pulled over. The driver has the door open. A humongous woman hops out, and she starts twerking back towards the car. And they have their cameras out there filming her. They must have been doing some sort of video there. And the girl turns around to me and starts cracking up. She's like, can you believe that right there? And I swear to God, boys, I've never felt more like Fredo in The Godfather trying to get my phone out, like he was trying to get his gun out to help the Godfather from getting shot. Because I wanted to record it, but I couldn't. I fumbled it up, and I couldn't get it out in time before she'd hop back in the car. This humongous woman. Ass was not facing towards me. I think I would have been more motivated if her big ass was jiggling in my direction, but it was not. I was just going to get the ones filming her hopping out and doing all this shit right out, and right in the middle of traffic, and it's fucking rush hour, mind you. But I was like, I got to tell the boys this before I fucking forget this. It was like, what a great walking home little thing. And next thing you know, it was just 30 seconds later, turned back into just a regular fucking walk back to the car. No big deal. So anyway, man. I got an idea for us in the future if we need to make some videos. We'll do a little.
I like this. I like this. I'm a little worried though, because I don't think I can twerk. I don't think I got the rhythm to twerk. But I got
learn. You got the juicy double.
We'll get HBIC to teach you how to slap cheeks, because apparently that's what he knows how to do. So we'll get him.
Mine are not that loose to do that. So I don't know. I gotta figure something out.
HBI says if you thought she was 30, she was probably 20. No. I mean, I know that age. My daughter's 15. I know. This person was a professional person, and then Joey P is saying she was making 108 tourney contact. Could be. I hope. Could be. I don't know what it was. But could be.
It was the state trooper's wife.
start of a porno, and then we're gonna see it later and be like, oh man, I saw Loaf in this low budget Chicago porn. And he's right in the beginning.
Teresa, how are you doing, my friend?
Let's get this drink real quick from Pedro. He says, thanks for the beanie and the goodies. More Friday fart walk stories. Cheers.
Yeah,
I think
cheers.
there's
Pedro, thank you. There will be a fart walk story tomorrow. It'll be me and MSS. And topic undecided. We'll probably talk about after the show.
I don't even know
We have a huge list. And if you guys ever have stuff you want us to talk about on the fart walk, happy to, because it's going to be lore and gossip. So that's going to be the whole thing.
Too, like if there's something that like we talk about where you're like, I don't know what the fuck those guys are talking about.
They keep saying that. Yeah.
Bring it up.
Hit us
I think we can do it in one of those.
Put it in the fart walk, baby.
It's up to you. All right, Chorizo, how you doing?
Self-destruction 24.
I'm doing good. I got a couple things. I got a couple two things real quick.
Three things.
They're gonna be quick. But the first one
sounds good.
Is just that I know I get you guys out to some concerts. Beef, I just got you out to that Everclear concert.
That was great. I had a great time.
Yeah, I feel like I can't get you guys out to metal shows. But I think I might have found an opportunity. And so like if this band comes to town. So this is from the
I know about this.
Miss Chile. This is I think I can get you guys to that show.
I was not expecting that shit. I was like, what is this?
Well, at first you're kind of like, if you don't know what's happening, at first you're kind of like, why is this little dude with the giant like 8-string guitar up here?
Right.
What is happening?
Right.
That's a guitar. That's a guitar.
That was a bass.
That is a guitar, MSS. I can assure you of
that.
So yeah, so I don't know when. So that's Ignacio Fernandez, but the
band group trip based on the comments here.
Stasis, when they come to town, we gotta go. So hopefully they play Reggie's. Maybe they play Reggie's right after us at on the 31st
in the other room. That would be good.
So
great.
The other thing I want to talk to you guys about, because I sent you guys this earlier in the week, because the initial story comes out. There's this porn company. They're called Strike 3.
Yes.
And they're like, what's happening right now is they're suing all these people. So they are like the company is considered the most active copyright litigant in the United States right now. So what they're doing is tracing the IP of people who are downloading their videos. Right. Like, so their videos are not for download. So like you're downloading their videos off a torrent or something.
Yeah.
They're supposedly tracking people, finding out who they are, and they're suing them. And they're
like a normal pervert. Come on. Jesus.
Well, the thing too is like, they must be finding people who should not be streaming porn.
Yes.
Or like they're doing it at work or something, or like something, because no one has taken this to court. Right. Everybody is just settled out of court, right? Like, so
surprise, motherfucker.
They must be doing a little research on that. But what they then did, which I don't think I told you guys about, is they're suing Meta. So they're saying that Meta was training their AI off of illegally downloaded porn from them. Now, here's where it gets really fun. And this is from Futurism. This is their headline. So in the motion to dismiss, Meta says the downloads made using the home IP address of a Meta contractor's father. And so it wasn't them. It was some contractor's dad downloading all the porn that's getting traced back to Meta. Could you imagine being this contractor? Could you imagine? Not only does Meta call you and they're like, probably I assume your biggest client, right? And they're like, we're gonna have to terminate this contract. And he's like, oh my God, what did I do wrong? Well, it's not so much you, it's your father has been illegally downloading tons of pornography, and it's coming off in a bad light for us.
Gigantic illegal goon stash.
This is like the image and the headline, and I'd hate to be that guy. The whole bit. Oh my god!
Taco Gladiator says looks like Artie.
Might be.
And it does.
I don't know. I've never seen Artie with a shirt on, so
that's a good call.
I mean, we have had people on White Sox Twitter accuse their dads of watching porn, so like it could be anybody.
Allegedly, yeah,
could be anybody.
I don't know. He had pictures.
Could be any restaurateur. Who knows?
Oh, hey. Allegedly.
But I wanted to catch you guys up on that because that was just such a it was already a ridiculous story.
It was.
And I was like, and because we were joking in our group chat. I won't say, MSS, I'll bring up stuff from the group chat, but only stuff I said,
Yeah.
And what I said was, that if this case came against one of us, we'd take that motherfucker all the way to the Supreme Court.
Absolutely.
I would not be embarrassed about it. I would be like, of course I downloaded this.
They said it in the article too, that because it's never gone to court, they don't know how they're gathering this data.
That's why I think it's a huge mistake for them to go after Meta, because it's going to come out in the documents how they did it. Yeah. And it's definitely illegal. However they're doing.
They got greedy.
Lawsuits. Yes.
Yeah.
They got greedy. They had a nice little niche going there, and they went too far. They got too fucking greedy with it. They could have kept that little shit going.
$359 million lawsuit against Meta. They were hoping they were hoping for a settlement. And now what's going to happen is they're going to end up going to jail. I guarantee that's how this ends. These guys go to jail.
They should have just made a Nintendo themed porno and then sold it to Nintendo, and then they wouldn't have to worry about all this stuff.
Absolutely.
MSS, you know the ways of the world.
That's right. Speaking of that, tired of pretending you like Aunt Carol's stuffing? Yeah, us too. This Thanksgiving, ditch the cranberry sludge and green bean mush. At Lawrence's Fish and Shrimp, we're serving up crispy golden happiness. Shrimp's so good, even your turkey's gonna get jealous. So this year, think outside the stuffing box. Start a new tradition, one that comes with hot sauce. Lawrence's Fish and Shrimp, because past the shrimp sounds way better than past the gravy. Lawrence's has 4 convenient locations for all your holiday feasting needs. 2120 South Canal Street, 3242 West 87th Street in Evergreen Park, 50 South Manheim Road in Hillside, 3248 Vollmer Road in Olympia Fields. Order ahead to avoid the wait at chicagoshrimp.com. Lawrence's Fish and Shrimp, thankful to be serving you for 75 years. Whoa.
Ooh,
I can't believe I didn't notice that you slipped in the term stuffing box in there.
I did.
That seems purposeful.
It was a hot read. I'll tell you that. And Carol's got me a little under the collar. I don't know.
I was definitely trying to say, don't get your stuff from a box or stuff that box. Yeah, but I just couldn't.
You stuffed that box. Well, I'm proud of you. But now it's time for.
It's 7 a.m. It's first call for alcohol. It's first call for alcohol. Wow.
All right, it's first call, baby. It's first call. I know we're all gonna go around and do one of these. I'm gonna go first. Fuck you guys. I want to go first. But I just watched that Eddie Murphy documentary.
Yes, I did too.
I really enjoyed it. I thought they could have went deeper on a lot of stuff. There's a couple movies that I was like, man, I wish they'd go deep on this one. And then there was a movie that they just really didn't even mention. And I wish that I wanted a lot of that one. But speaking of Eddie Murphy movies, I put together a little quiz for you guys. So I'm going to show you the first few people that IMDb has listed for the cast. And from that, I'm going to need you to guess the movie.
Okay.
All right.
I like it.
So let's get into it. So this first one, it's Eddie Murphy, Keegan-Michael Key, Mike Epps, Craig Robinson, some others. Snoop Dogg's in there too.
Okay. Oh my God.
You might want to look at Eddie's character name to give you a little help. Give you a little help on that one. If you've seen it. If you haven't seen it, you're kind of fucked.
Yeah, I don't.
Oh man, this one. I'm not. I give up. I don't.
Is Is this Eddie's reggae video? Are these
No,
people
this
in the
isn't-
reggae video?
This isn't that one.
Songs in
No.
that?
Because that is
Um,
actually on his IMDb page. I did not use it. You won't have to guess that one.
I don't know.
I wonder if how are the comments doing on
know.
that?
Oh,
idea.
hang on. Is this Dolomite? Is this the Dolomite movie? Teresa?
This is Dolomite is my name.
I got it. Rudy Ray. That's right.
Rudy
Okay,
Ray
yes.
Moore, baby. Rudy Ray Moore.
No, I've never seen that.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, if you have not seen that,
I haven't
you
either, and
should
I heard
check it
it's
out.
great. I heard it's really good.
What's crazy is I was looking at the cast. I was like, I can't believe that there's a character who's a pretty famous actor that doesn't show up in the top cast, right? So I was like, let me
Wesley
look and see. No, Wesley Snipes is in it. He's in the cast. Like if I would have went one line deeper,
Right,
it would have
yeah,
Wesley
yeah.
Snipes. Bob Odenkirk is uncredited in the movie, but absolutely in the movie.
That's funny.
All right. This next
Probably 'cause
one.
he's- Yeah.
Next one, much easier. So I'm only going to give you 6 of them.
That is Bowfinger.
Bowfinger.
Yeah.
My first, the name. I've
I
never
mean,
seen
you
that
could
movie.
have hid Steve Martin, and we still would have gotten that pretty quick. I mean, we would.
I could have given you Eddie Murphy and Jamie Kennedy. I think you would've got it.
I think we'd have. That's right.
I love this movie. I'm glad they talked about it in there. I know they couldn't really talk too much about it. And like, this is one where Eddie plays 2 characters, but like, it's not Nutty Professor, so it's not quite as impressive. But I do like that they at least mention like he did this one where he's 2 characters, but he doesn't really look that different. Like they didn't give him like, oh, you know, Rick Baker
Actually,
wasn't
I
there
think
putting the makeup on.
I think it's more impressive because
That's what I'm
there's
saying.
no prosthetics anyway. But like my belief is suspended every time I see Kit Ramsey's brother. I'm like, that's not Eddie Murphy. I don't even think of it as fucking being Eddie Murphy. And it's like, well, obviously that's fucking Eddie Murphy. Look at it, it looks just like him. How can it not be him? And it's like that performance for me was the one where I'm like, he's just so great, even when it looks just like him. But he's playing some other shit. I'm like, that ain't him. He ain't doing it.
I just love in that scene when they're auditioning, when he's auditioning, and it's like, hey, would you be willing to cut your hair? And he's like, yeah, but it's been my experience. It's much better if someone else cuts it. All right. And the scene of him running across the expressway is like, I like get out of breath laugh every time when I see that. Like it's just like I can't control myself.
I've
All
never
right,
seen
do
this
it
movie
again.
either.
You've never seen Bowfinger?
No.
Oh my god!
And I was telling Loaf before, I've never seen.
I'm gonna
48 hours. I've never seen 48 hours either.
I'm gonna tie you down like Clockwork Orange. My fucking mic just keeps going lower.
It
for some
is.
reason.
It keeps
It's
getting
like
blown.
it just keeps. I don't know what's going on with it, but
I think you didn't click the button for it to not adjust. Maybe.
You have to click.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think so.
I'll sort that out right now. But the let me get you the next one. And while you guys are thinking about who this one might be, you can I'll work on this. But this is Eddie Murphy, Angela Bassett, Kadeem Hardison and Johnny Witherspoon are huge gets here. So I'll give you a moment with that while I try and fix this.
Dr. Zico.
Man,
The fuck is this?
Let's see if the mic holds now.
I don't think I know this one.
Maximilian.
Hang on. This is like, oh man,
We just
this is
talked about this in the
They
movie.
talk about it.
is this Vampire in Brooklyn?
Yes, it is Vampire in Brooklyn.
I was trying to think. John Witherspoon is in what's the the
He's
movie
in
with like
Boomerang.
Halle Berry?
He's in Boomerang. I was trying to get you with Boomerang.
Yes. But yeah, that's got different female stars.
Yes.
I think it's Halle Berry, right? In
Yeah,
that
Halle
one?
Berry, but it's also what was Mike Tyson's wife's name?
Robin Givens.
Robin Givens. She's in it as well.
Yeah, she's hot.
Yeah,
Man.
there's no question.
Robin Givens. Oof.
Yeah,
Oof.
Yeah, there's no question about that. My friend.
she was the hotness, man. That was
She was.
Brad Pitt almost died banging her, right? Isn't that who it was?
Is that a true story?
That was like allegedly right behind Tyson's back or something.
Oh yeah,
God.
yeah.
Dude, I mean, people do a lot of dumb things for vagina, but holy Christ,
Sure
I
do.
don't think going behind Mike Tyson's back is a very wise move whatsoever. No.
That's a terrifying idea too. Like
That's
Mike,
so dumb.
imagine like Mike Tyson wants to whoop your ass. Like that's horrifying. All
I mean,
right.
that's why Limp Bizkit wrote a song about it. It's that powerful, you know.
All right, here we go. So this is
It is the distinguished gentleman. I got this one right out of the gate. Thomas Jefferson Johnson, fucking great. Lane Smith's awesome in this. Yeah, this is a great movie. Joe Don Baker, fucking great. Charles S. Dutton, great cast here.
Lane Smith is so good in this. He's such a slimy prick.
He really is. What a piece of shit.
Yeah, just
never
a,
seen
just
this
a great
movie either.
film. If you've never seen this movie, oh man, this is
Terrific.
I was actually referencing the character in this Thomas Jefferson Johnson the other day when we were doing the trades, and I think it was Jeff T was in the comments, and he knew exactly who we were talking about. I was like, yes, someone knows this. So someone knows. Yeah, there you go.
The name you know referenced twice in a week. That's right.
All right, let me get to the next one for you guys. And while you try and figure this one out, I want to try and fix my mic again. We'll see how this goes.
Oh, interesting. Who's this?
Casting director.
Come on, Sus, where are you on this one? This one I'm not familiar with this one, I don't think. It's got De Niro's in it, right? I'm trying to
De
think.
Niro?
What Eddie Murphy and De Niro movie?
Alex Borstein, Robert De Niro, Eddie Murphy. There's a few people in here that are just like no picture at all.
Fuck.
But I don't think he.
I don't got this one. This one I'm on a hot streak. I had gotten all these, but this one I don't got.
This isn't like. Is it a weird art movie? This isn't the
It's
weird.
not.
Art,
It's not a weird art movie. It's like a buddy comedy, but it is. It's a. I will give you that it is about a movie, like about a show or a movie or something where Eddie is like a real cop in real life helping the show. You don't remember this one?
I'm cooked. Nope.
This is Showtime.
Oh shit!
I forgot if Eddie's the actor or De Niro
maybe.
is the actor. I can't really remember. I think I watched it once. Yeah, not a great movie.
What
Eddie has some
Fox. That's this movie, right?
Eddie has some clunkers. Yeah.
God damn it.
This I'm only giving you 6 people. You better
Harlem
get this
Nights.
one.
Let's go. Harlem Nights.
Oh my god.
The best, man.
Dude, in that movie, in the documentary too, him talking about how he had to bury Red Fox.
That was wild.
And then
Yeah,
all these other, he's like, man, why am I the guy that has to go around and bury all these black guys? You know, black comedians. Like, he's like, that's my job. Like, I have to do this. And it's like, man, that sucks.
Harlem Nights famously
awesome.
bombed at the box office, right? It was terrible at the box office.
So
Became a
fucking
cult
fun.
classic after that.
Yeah,
Such
Great
a great movie.
it's wild how some movies do that. Like, I mean, like I was just watching something where it was like, was it talking about the Office Space is like that. Office Space did terrible. Office Space came out at the same time as something huge. And so it just did nothing at the box office. And then it became like just a massive hit. But yeah, that was Harlem Nights.
Harlem
of
Nights
course.
is so good.
One of my favorite Eddie
Absolutely.
Murphy movies. Eddie directed that movie. If you haven't watched the documentary, it's worth watching just for the scenes about this, because him like interacting with Red Fox on the set and like it's awesome, man. It's really cool to see. Here's one. This is a difficult one, but someone did mention this in the comments already, so I'll give you that hint. But yeah, this is a Eddie Murphy, Michael Rappaport, Donald Logue vehicle here.
Gosh. It's got to, I wouldn't have guessed this, but it's got to be Metro, right?
It is Metro. It is Metro.
Yeah.
The only thing I remember about this movie is that Eddie's hair was different than it usually is.
Okay.
Yeah. That was probably during his reggae time. You know?
I don't think this is the same time as the Snoop song. I think this is a different
I
time.
did not know about that until I watched the documentary. I was like, what's
Little
this?
Nappy. Oh, I remember that. I remember that shit. Yeah.
All right, let's see what I got next. Oh, so this one I had to cut out the one character's name because it would have given it away.
Okay.
But I do think that between Eddie Murphy and Victor Wong, you can get this.
Okay.
But also James Hong is in it. Randall Tex Cobb. I mean, it's a great cast. It's a great cast.
Oh shit, man. This does not look familiar to me right now.
Oh man, you're gonna be upset.
I'll be pissed when I
You're
don't
gonna be
get it.
upset
Right?
when you don't get it.
It's not the Golden Child, is it? Is the Golden Child?
I mean, that would be the name of that character. So yes, you're right.
Like fuck, man, I don't know his name in that movie, but I was like,
tonight.
I'm not a big fan of the Golden Child. I've
I know
said this many times. I love
I've never
Eddie.
seen this either.
This movie, I don't care for that much.
It's not great. It's not great. But they gave Eddie a lot of money to do it, so I was happy for him.
God damn it.
All right, now be careful. Be careful with this.
I don't need to be careful because I see Bernie Casey here, Chorizy,
Yes.
and that's how I know it's another 48 hours. It's
Yes.
the second 48
Yeah.
hours.
Beef, I was gonna cut it at the 6 because I was like, between Cherry Gans and Bernie Casey, it's gonna give it away. But I was like, you know what? Some of these are really tough, so I want to leave that one out there. I'm glad you got it.
I appreciate that. No, terrific movie. I was just telling MSS he's never seen original
seen
48
either one.
hours or another 48 hours. I'm like,
Oh my God.
"Two great movies. Get your ass in there and watch both of them back to back. Watch the shit back
It's
to back."
wild. That you're like such a big Eddie fan, and you haven't seen any of his movies.
No.
Yeah, it's just
No.
on the strength of the comedy specials.
I love those two.
I mean, they're the best, coming the best ever, basically.
I made this page huge just because I think all of these guys are incredible in this, and I could not keep Hakeem Woodbine out of this one. He's
You
He's
still need
incredible
to
in
get the jersey, the Pittsburgh Crawford.
I
jersey.
know,
can't
I
get
know.
right.
It's going to
I mean, I
cost
know
about
what movie this is, I
$400
don't
to
know
get
the
it
name of
custom
it,
made. So,
This movie's called Life, and the fact that we got an
Right.
Eddie Murphy, Martin Lawrence movie, and people don't make so much bigger deal about how hilarious this fucking movie
Bernie
is.
Mac
is crazy.
and Bernie Mac.
Oh yeah, no, it's the whole cast is absolutely insane. Like
This is just part of the cast. Like this isn't even everybody, man.
yeah, like
Traveling
Anthony Anderson's like a side character in this. Like, what I mean, like they got so many guys in this movie
I mean,
That's
Heavy
crazy.
D's in this movie for no particular reason at all.
for like 28 seconds, the beginning and the end.
But that's all I got. All I got for you guys.
That was
Wow.
awesome. I loved every minute.
That
of it.
was good. I gotta watch some Norman Eddie movies. Apparently,
You got to lock down, man.
Eh.
I guess I got them all, but Metro. Metro, I wouldn't have
Yeah,
got.
you did really good.
But I did
Show,
really good.
Showtime. You guys missed Showtime.
Oh, Showtime. Yeah, you're right. No, that's
You
You know,
that's right,
it's
yeah.
funny because I have a picture frame from Showtime, the movie that I bought at a thrift store for 98 cents that I know is sitting in the tub back there. Because I was like, oh, this is cool. And that's given away for the movie. And I was like, I don't even know what movie this is. And it has not sold. So if anybody who needs one, let me know.
Oh, okay, good.
Now, I'm sure people are dying for the
I'll see it for
for the
$5.
Showtime. Judging by the fact that no one in the comments got it. Yeah.
Who do you want to go next, Chorizy?
Why don't you go next, MSS?
All right, I'll go next. So I think we mentioned this briefly, but I want to do more of a tribute to this because I think it was a big deal, and it's a big deal to me. But on January 1st, December 31st, MTV is going to stop playing music videos. And yeah, this is MTV, the music television. And I think one thing that, like, you guys lived in the city, you had access to actual radio stations. And like you could get new music and people were telling you about things, and there's just more people and everything. And I grew up in a rural town, obviously Sterling, Illinois, and we didn't have any type of an alternative music station. We had local stations that played straight garbage 80s music, and then we had a pop station that came out of the Quad Cities, Power 98.9, and then we had 97X, which was like a classic rock station, but they would start weaving in some of the alternative songs every once in a while. So like you get every 10 songs, I would get like Jeremy by Pearl Jam, or something like that. Like they would just throw one in, right? So I wasn't able to discover any like music, like through the radio usually. Like, and everyone was like, man, what the fuck was that? I have no idea. It was like, no, that's fucking Steely Dan. You've heard it 8,000 times. Or no, that's Foghat again. So like
Tracy, this is fucking comical listening to this because obviously we had Q101, which was the alternative rock station, which is where a lot of the new stuff would break or whatever.
Which I can't believe you didn't have Q101.
I can't believe it didn't reach. All right.
Yeah.
Then we also had Rock 103.5, which had some of that stuff, but more had the heavier rock, and like you get some of that stuff there. And then obviously you had XRT, which was going to play a wide spectrum, which sometimes did include some alternative stuff as well. Like
we also had Will Rock, and I don't know why you wouldn't have gotten Will Rock. That seems like it's out that way.
Nothing. We got nothing. So
I feel like you didn't know how to use your radio.
No, that's not true. Because when
Jared says, what's wrong with Steely Dan? Nothing's wrong with Steely Dan.
I'm just saying I'm not discovering any new music by listening to Steely Dan. So when we get to DeKalb, when we drive up to DeKalb, then we would hit Q101, and that was when we would turn it right in because we knew to go to 101.1. So we would get that, and we'd listen to it, and we're like, oh my god, they're playing Nine Inch Nails on the fucking radio. That is insane. So anyway, so what I was like, all my friends mostly are the oldest kids in the house, so we didn't even have like older brothers, older sisters, or anybody like dropping stuff at us. I had one friend. Well, it wasn't a friend. But it was, we were, at the time, in my econ class, there was a girl wearing a Jane's Addiction t-shirt. And I was like, that t-shirt is awesome. And that girl is very attractive. I am going to listen to this music because I want to talk to this girl. And that worked out really well because Jane's Addiction is awesome. So that's how I got into, like the Jane's Addiction.
It's always a pussy leading them in the direction.
Of course,
I know.
It's very powerful. But before all that kind of stuff, trying to find music, MTV was like one of the few sources that I actually had to get new music. And that sounds crazy to a lot of people because, by the time they made a video and all that stuff, but MTV broke a lot of shit back in the day. And it wasn't like, I just found all this stuff in the afternoons, like in 1991, 92, started listening to or watching them like MTV. No one was home. And they would be playing videos in the afternoon. And these are just the bands that I found. 1992, Bad Luck from Social Distortion was a video that one's on. I bought that album. Fucking love Social Distortion. Have seen Social Distortion many times. Just that I owe MTV Social Distortion.
Now, did you see a girl in a Social Distortion shirt?
No.
You're like, fuck, I'm putting eyeliner in, baby.
No.
No.
Not then, but I did. I will say this, Chorizy. When I first moved to the OC and when I was in Orange County, I was like, I know why I like a lot of this music that from guys that were down there, like Sublime, Social Distortion, just the vibe. Like I was like, I understand this now. I understand it.
Okay, I thought you were gonna tell us an eyeliner story. I was really.
I never wore eyeliner.
About to brace yourself.
I was gonna be so excited. I could just imagine.
Too fat to wear eyeliner.
Oh yeah, you're basically you become a juggalo basically immediately. Like
good call by you, MSS. Good judgment, my friend.
Another band that I discovered directly related to MTV that became like a huge impact. We all saw them together. Was Helmet, Unsung video. Like when that was a video that got played. Fucking bought that record just from that song and loved every fucking song on that record. Made me want to play guitar. Made me want to sound just like that. I was like, this is what I want to do. Another different. genre.
I'll tell you, MSS for me, Helmet. I wasn't too familiar with Helmet. I was probably like 16 years old or something, and I was going to see Korn. They were playing the Aragon, and it was like a co-headliner with Helmet. But like this is days I want to get up in the front, right? Like I'm going to get up the front. So I'm all the way up against the rail because like I got there early and like, so I'm just right up in front of Paige Hamilton for the entire Helmet set. I'm like 5 feet from him. They filmed a goddamn video during that show. I'm not in it anywhere.
No.
I'm like,
you got airbrush out.
They were like, "Ooh, no Mexicans."
Get that crazy Mexican out of there. Another band that I found out about through MTV was Teen Angst. It's Cracker, like a totally different genre, totally different band, but like just
not Uncle Cracker,
video,
just regular Cracker,
just regular Cracker. Teen
band,
Angst, What the World Needs Now.
That's a band,
folk singer. It's
MSS that I feel like is one of those that I put into the category of I like them more now, I think, than I did when I was young. Beef, you remember me. I was into like really heavy, like it had to be heavy for me to really be in it. And like, that's why I mean, I think I was talking with Rich Bissett, and we were talking some Smashing Pumpkins, and like I revisited a lot of Smashing Pumpkins stuff because I feel like it, like stuff that wasn't heavy, I kind of just dismissed. And then you go back and you're like, shit, that's really good, you know? Yeah. And Cracker's in there. Cranberries are another band in there, like for me, like that, where I'll hear them now and I'm like, oh yeah, I really like this. And it's like when I was a kid, I was like, this is pussy music, man. Come on. Give me 2 notes real hard for over and over.
Chorizy got in trouble at Dr. Feelgood's house back in the day when we'd have these parties in the basement. He was playing Korn really loud. And Dr. Feelgood's parents would let us have the party in the basement or whatever, as long as whoever was drinking didn't drive home, all this shit. The next day, he'd always, his old man would always make us breakfast. He said, who was playing that music, all this thumping bass or whatever? And Chorizo raised his hand and goes, oh, that was me. He goes, who was that? He goes, oh, Korn. He goes, yeah, don't play them ever again.
I mean,
so that's what happened.
I was probably like 17, 18 at the time. And I got to admit, I probably didn't really play Korn at all ever after that.
It's crazy. That show at the Aragon, I know my buddy Cock was at that show because we were in the dorms at that point, and I remember him going to Korn at the Aragon and just being, dude, they were just all Adidas wear, like the whole fucking thing. They were just crazy.
I still wear the Adidas. That's the one thing I love. I held over.
We've already discussed the "Are You Gonna Go My Way" and the Lenny Kravitz stuff, but
we should discuss it again for people who haven't heard.
That I was discovered directly based on watching videos on MTV, which Tribe Called Quest, Green Day, The Flaming Lips, 9 Inch Nails, Radiohead, unfortunately Stone Temple Pilots, of Veruca Salt, and also the Smashing Pumpkins. So I understand why they're cutting out MTV. This is not how kids ingest their music anymore. They don't get it from this, and this isn't why it is. There's so many more options. You can fucking, like, they're just getting beat over the head with stuff. But like, you know, you gotta one chance, like with one song. Because like we didn't have PlayStations. Like you couldn't go up and go, let me listen to 3 songs off this record first before I buy it. Fuck no. Right. Like it was based on the cover art, and it was based on the one song you heard. And so, like, I had a really good streak going, especially with, like, the Social Distortion and Helmet and Cracker. You're like, you got solid fucking great records from 1992 at that point. And it's just, like, it is just crazy. So I just wanted to cheers, MTV for helping me, discover music. Because some people didn't have access back then, and I appreciate that. So thank you, MTV, and Godspeed.
I like this comment from Jared. He says that the Q101 introduced him to Limp Bizkit and the Quran. That's wonderful. Oh, corn. Okay.
Get that right, motherfucker.
So
cheers,
MTV, and thanks.
Man, I remember old MTV. I also remember the video jukebox. The video jukebox was man, I still think the video jukebox can exist in this day and age. I think
Jared brought it up. He said, never watch videos on MTV. The box is where I watch videos. Yeah, man. Rico Suave plays 7 times in a row on the box, baby. Someone to keep ordering that shit up, and we'll watch it 7 times straight. Fuck it.
Marrero. I remember Marrero was like #1 on the box. I would watch that fucking video 100 times in a row. And then Beef was calling in the 2 Live Crew and Luke songs.
I would put "I Want to Rock" in there, and I got in trouble for that. I got in trouble for that.
It's like $5.
$5, yeah.
You pay $5 to get a fucking video up there?
There's a lot of booty in that video, man. What the hell?
Two young teenage boys at home watching videos. It's you know what's gonna happen. It's like hey, order up that one with all the butts.
Yes. That's our favorite.
It's a lot of
musically.
A lot of
MSS. The more shocking. Butt? The more this is 2 Live Crew. The more shocking part of the Beef ordering up "I Want to Rock" is that he wasn't ordering up Sir Mix-a-Lot's "Put Him on the Glass." So that feels like a much more BeefLoaf.
That came later though. I was more mature by then. I didn't need to,
I'm more mature.
Beef, what do you got for us?
That's funny that I went a trivia route here, guys, because something that I saw a while back. I saw a clip, and I think it was originally from a TikTok, but I saw it on Twitter. And it was this man, Chris Johnson, former Tennessee Titans running back. He said everyone was talking about Saquon trying to break Eric Dickerson's, rushing record. But my 2,500, no one talks about 2,500. I'm the only one to ever get 2,500. And so I was thinking, the fuck is Chris Johnson talking about? And in fact, Chris Johnson is correct. He is the only person on earth to ever get 2,500 yards from scrimmage in an NFL season. Legitimately, he's won one, and that's it. No one else has accomplished this. Now, what I wanted you guys to try to guess, and the commenters as well, there have been 10 men, other than him, who have gotten at least 2,300 yards from scrimmage in an NFL season. Can you name those other 10 guys that have gotten at least 2,300 yards?
Did Jamal Lewis get 2,300 yards?
Jamal Lewis did not get 2,300 yards.
I remember the season he
ran for 2,000, but he did not get over 2,300.
Emmitt Smith.
So it's got to be someone who does both run and catch.
So the comments are saying
Falk.
Marshall Falk is correct. So that is one that is absolutely correct.
Has CMC done it?
CMC has done it. Yeah, see, in 2019, 23.92. So those are the top two other ones. Marshall Falk was 24.29 in 1999.
I'm thinking of the huge touchdown year, LaDainian Tomlinson, like
LaDainian Tomlinson is fifth all time, 23.70 in 2003.
I don't think Adrian
Comments
Peterson
are getting
caught it.
all of them. So
I don't think Adrian Peterson caught enough. Adrian James?
Adrian Peterson did.
Oh, he did. Okay.
He did get enough. Adrian Peterson in 2012, he got 23.14. Who'd you say, Chorizy? Adrian James? Yeah. Adrian James is correct. He 23.03. So he's the lowest on the list. He got that in 2000.
How many more are on the list?
We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more.
Is there any?
I think one of them has been mentioned in here. So there is one old guy in here. When I say old, 80s think.
Like Tim Brown?
No. So no wide
receivers, I would assume.
This is going to be all running backs. Yeah.
All running backs.
This is correct. LaDainian Tomlinson is one of them.
I had that. I had that.
So he is also correct. LaDainian Tomlinson was 23-23 back in 2006. So we're down to 4.
So a guy who just was consistently had like a ton of yards was Curtis Martin. Did Curtis Martin touch this in a season?
Curtis Martin did not make it there.
Okay.
And the comments are flying, so it's hard for me to keep up and see if I missed anyone in here. But the oldest one that did this was the one that did in the 80s. So no one before that. So like there's comments saying like Jim Brown, not enough games, guys. And then no receivers, no Calvin Johnson.
Roger Craig?
Roger Craig's incorrect, but a great guess.
Marcus
Allen is correct, Treasy. Okay. That's the guy from the 80s who got
it. That's what I was trying to grab. That's what I was trying to grab. I was like
1985, 2,314. So we're down to 3 left. You guys might have mentioned this one too. Tadahito mentions Barry Sanders. Barry Sanders did.
I did not mention Barry Sanders.
No, I saw it. I didn't want to
23.58 in 1997. So we only have 2 left, and they're not real obvious ones. But when you hear them, you're going to be like,
did we say Chris Johnson yet?
No, Chris Johnson only did it that one time. So it's just that one. So there's 2 other guys who've done at least 2,300 yards in a season. And I'll flip through you guys continue guessing. I'll flip through the comments and see if I find
Reggie Bush hasn't done that, right?
No, Reggie Bush. Good receiver, Reggie Bush, but not enough yards.
I'm trying to think of some of like the guys that were like kind of flash in the pan, just ran for tons and tons of yards.
It's funny. One of these guys did have a real big rushing year, not 2,000 yards rushing, but like 1,800 and something. And that's the year he got his. The other guy is a total like a guy you think of catches a lot of passes. And I was like, wow, he had a year that goddamn big, and it was really shocking to me. So just 2 left, and they did in right back-to-back years, 2005 and 2006. Those are the years these guys did this. It's like kind of back-to-back years. Jamal Charles is a great guess, not on the list. I was shocked too. I would have thought Jamal Charles, a couple with those big years. No Priest Holmes either. Priest Holmes not on the list either. No Jerome Bettis. Peyton Hillis. No, there's no more white running backs. These are both brothers. All right, that's all got left. Sean Alexander, good guess, not correct. Larry Johnson, good guess, not correct. Just down to 2.
Not
I'm going
Bettis.
to start. I'll start
Jerome
giving you
Bettis,
guys.
isn't it?
Who'd you say, Tree?
Jerome Bettis.
Work done.
No work done, but you're kind of on the right track with the style of the running back. Basically.
Okay.
No Jerome Bettis. No. One of these guys was a St. Louis Ram, but it's not Falk.
Okay.
We already did Falk.
Oh wow.
Safe.
Oh, I was just gonna guess. Pedro put Eddie George. That's a good.
Eddie George,
out of
good
the-
guess. Not correct. Larry Johnson, also good guess. Not correct. Nope.
A Ram.
A
God
Ram.
damn
So
it.
all we have left are St. Louis Ram and a New York Giant.
It's not Rodney Hampton.
It's not Rodney Hampton. No.
Okay. That's too late.
Who was the fucking?
Yumper is correct. Steven Jackson is the St. Louis Ram.
Oh, holy fuck.
Oh,
2334 yards in 2006. We're down to just a Giant. Just give me one Giant, bro.
So this
the
Giant's got to
Giants
be
have that were-
Giant's got to be a pass catcher.
Yeah.
Dave Meggett?
No. You're way too early, Trees.
Tiki Barber.
Tiki Barber is correct. You got him.
There you go.
Tiki Barber, 2,390
Just
yards
trying
from
to think of, like,
scrimmage in
God
2005. Fucking monster year.
Trying to think who like
I was like, holy shit, he really had that many yards. Yeah, yes, it was Tiki. Good job, everyone. Those are the running backs. I was shocked, one, that there were this many guys get 2,300 yards from scrimmage because it seems like impossible. And then two, hilarious that there's only one guy kind of like before 1997. Like 97 through 2012 is everybody who's done this. Or I guess you have two outliers. 2019 with McCaffrey and then 1985 with Marcus Allen. The rest of them are all in like a real tight window for running backs. Very interesting.
Man, I'm pissed because I would have been good with the Marcus Allen pick. As Tim Brown fucked me up. This fucked me up. I was just like, who was the other fucking fullback with Bo Jackson and Tecmo Bowl and it's goddamn Marcus
running
Allen.
back, not
I was
fullback.
Like, goddamn,
Well,
whatever.
you know, they both were on
bounced
the
back
same
and
team in Tecmo. Yeah, exactly.
So sorry.
but Mark
Thanks, boys. That
got
was
way more carries too, even when Bo was there because Bo only played half the season.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah. Fucking crazy year. 1985. Crazy ass fucking year. Bears Super Bowl year.
That Chris Johnson thing though, I did not know. That's very interesting.
I was
And, like,
shocked.
yeah. Why don't people talk about that?
That's
like-
insanity, right?
Like
Yeah.
Jahmyr Gibbs should be chasing shit like that. You know, like that's
Agreed.
the kind of thing.
Yes.
Of course,
Especially with the 17-game season, you got a better chance, you know?
the Lions did the Trump dance though in the end zone, and the Tigers when they did that, it all fell apart. So I already bet the Eagles this weekend. I already bet. I actually tied the Eagles to the Eagles, so I bet the Eagles.
Oh, really?
Monday night against the Pack because I just wanted that to happen, and then I was like, I'll tie them right to the Eagles. Let's tie them right to themselves.
Next week. Ridiculous.
I'm gonna
Right.
break my microphone in half pretty soon.
Don't
Yeah,
break
fucking
it.
really
Don't
annoying.
break it. Don't break it. But you know what you could break though? Break on down to Orland Park for this shit. During this holiday season, don't be a turkey. Drive a brand new Mazda from Mazda of Orland Park. Why wallow around in that old ride when you could glide into the holidays in a brand new Mazda? Their selection is amazing, a vehicle for everyone and every budget. Smooth handling, sleek design, and with deals this good, even your in-laws will be impressed. Whoa, baby. So this Thanksgiving, take it from me, M to the motherfucking SS. Skip the leftovers and upgrade to something fresh from our friends at Mazda of Orland Park. Have a safe and blessed holiday season from all of us at Mazda of Orland Park. Mazda of Orland Park, home of the Zoom Zoom Nation. 8910 West 159th Street, Orland Park. 708-444-3200. Zoom Zoom. Yeah.
Booyah.
All right, guys. We haven't really touched on these guys at all today, but it's time for some White Sox talk. And Beef, you're gonna run this one. You said, hey,
One fucking
I got-
right.
you
Look at
were
them
like,
titties bounce when you jumping around like that.
once
Love it.
again,
Keep it
you
moving.
were like Luke. You said you got some shit on your mind and you
Doodoo
want to look
Brown.
into your crystal balls. So give
Doodoo Brown.
us what you got.
I absolutely do. So, you know, the White Sox been quiet. We talked White Sox last week pretty in depth. But this week, Chuck Garfien released two podcasts, one each with an interview with the new pitching coach and with the new hitting coach. And
Yeah.
I'm gonna ingest these. There's not a lot going on right now. I'll check these out and see what's going on here. And each
How'd you like
podcast
it?
evokes some items that I wanted to just discuss with you guys. And then I got an overall comment about the podcast in general on myself. We'll get to that at the very back end because It was a topic of discussion amongst us who did listen to it. MSS listened as well. I'm at Trees.
I did.
Before you jump into it, we got a question from our guy Jeff up in Canada. He says, "Can you fix the not
Jesus
able
Christ.
to ship from 108 merch to Canada, please?" He said, "Please."
I can.
Such a nice Canadian man.
I also already talked to him about this, and I don't know why he has to bring this into a public forum. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
I know.
I love that he
I don't know why Treasy brought. Oh, I do know why Treasy brought it. And to bust your fucking balls.
Exactly. and he's like, oh, he's not going to yell at the Canadian who's fucking got cancer and shit. No, I probably will. You fucking asshole. But no, I'll take care of it. Yeah, we're gonna get it all taken care of. And he wanted something else too. And then the garage sale's tomorrow, so maybe I'll find something for the garage sale too, Jeff, and I'll shove it right up your fucking Canadian ass, you bitch.
Oh man.
Hey, listen. Sometimes people are
hope the chemo's going well.
I want him to make sure he's doing like he knows that we still love him, and I want to give him a hard time every once in a while.
I gotta say, MSS, I feel like you're being a little disrespectful because I was just looking at our followers the other day, and Lisa Ann follows us, and that would never have happened if it wasn't for Jeff.
That's right. Jeff got us to Lisa Ann follow. You give credit where credit's due, motherfucker.
Let's be nice. Be nice.
He's like right up my ass. Yes. They go a little farther. I don't know. Jesus.
Exactly. So no, we're gonna get that taken care of. So don't worry about that. I do have stage 4.
We got you. We got both of you, Jeffs. We like both of them.
Only towards guys that have cancer. They're fighting.
Lisa Ann the goat. That's debatable, but she's very good at her craft.
Yeah.
Anyway,
depends on how much you like Sarah Palin. But go ahead, Beef.
Chuck Garfine spoke to Zach Bove, and a couple items here. First off, he got into it about the interview process. He's asking him, what do you think the White Sox liked about you? And when in this discussion, Bove mentioned that he didn't really know these guys at all. He knew a little of Getz's reputation through the KC org. Some of the people there knew him, even though he never had a relationship with him. He said he knew Banny by reputation, and then he got to hear Will's vision, and then he mentions Walker McKinven also in there. He says Walk, which I assume is Walker McKinven. He didn't go all the way and say it. And so my question is this, guys, and we touched on this briefly last podcast, but I think it's worth another discussion. Is it good that the White Sox found a guy via the interview process that no one knows? Or is it kind of shame on them that they don't have people out there in this world that they could call on, that's someone good that they could bring in? I think there's two ways to look at this thing. It's like, cool that fresh, but also, how do you not have contacts and be out there and do this? Especially my perspective with Bannister. Bannister has been czar of pitching shit forever. How does he not have a network of people out there that he just knows is smart or whatever? So, MSS, I'll let you go first. Is it good that they found someone fresh out of an interview? They didn't know who the fuck they were? Or are you a little miffed that they should have their pause and stuff and should know a little more people out there?
I feel like it's for us, and as a person that follows the team closely, I feel like they trusted too many people that they knew for so long that this is like probably the best way to do it. Like, hey, let's bring in some new people. Like, they obviously didn't just say, put a fucking ad up on Indeed and people just show up, right? Like they have targets of like people. It's not like an open fucking casting, right? Right.
We didn't go interview. The three of us didn't go interview this year.
Right. Like we weren't made
I didn't want to tell you
there
guys.
was a fucking vacancy. But so
it didn't go in there. It wasn't like this. There wasn't kind of this thing. It was a legitimate interview, is what you're saying. Okay, yeah. I get you. I get what you're saying.
So that's the like that makes me happy, because I also think it's a different way that they're doing these things, and I think we noted that in the last podcast too. Is that it's refreshing that they went in and said, well, what can you do? And we saw that you did this there. What were you doing there? And who was doing this? And and like you're finding out information about the other team, but you're also finding out about the candidate. And I think Zach was talking a lot about that in the interview process. Like he was saying, he upped this, or his velocity went like this, and we talked pitch change, and we talked this, and we did this, and we, like he gave him a lot of information. So yeah, I think it's fine. I think as time goes on, and as these guys that we bring in that are not nobodies, but not like big stars, get better jobs somewhere else or go somewhere else,
Yep.
And they're going to have more contacts, and they're going to bring in. I think the trust as it increases with Willie V, like people are going to be like, okay, Willie's like, I worked with this guy at this place and he likes this guy. And he's going to say, I think this guy would work really well with, Montgomery, or he can get Teal to do this, or, whatever. There's going to be more hints. I think it's way too early to be like, hey, we need all these recommendations from other people. I think that he did a good job. And I think it's something fresh, and it's somewhat refreshing too. Like, you don't really know a lot about these guys. And so you can kind of like chart your own path. Like, you can create your own way that you want to go with this. And, in the Zach interview, he said it too. He's like, I just like the passion and the vision from these guys of like what they want to do and how they want to make this go. So I was like, yeah, I like that. Yeah.
Tiny Touch said we call him Willie V now. Apparently MSS is calling Willie V. Teresa, what do you think? What do you think here? Is it refreshing? Is it a good thing that they didn't know this guy from Adam? Or should they know more motherfuckers that they can come bring in here and hire?
See, I don't think you're asking the right question here. I don't think.
My question's fucked up. Okay, all right.
No. I think you're trying to get to the same thing. We'll get to the same point, but like, I think it's a different problem than what you're suggesting. I assume they know people, right? I assume that Will Venable knows people from the Rangers. He has to, right? Like, and they seem to like him.
Yeah.
Brian Bannister, I don't know. Brian Bannister might be kind of a prick or something, and they don't like him.
This is what I'm wondering, Treasy. You're getting down the right path a little bit here.
Oh, but where I'm actually going is, so I've worked in tech for a long time, right? And over the years, from time to time, I have someone come out and be like, hey, Chorizy, like, I'm at this new place. It's this great startup. We're making fishing lures for fishing in deep sea thing, and it's got these lights on, and it's great, and like, you should come over here. And I'm like, well, let me see how it goes for a couple months before I go over there. Let me see what you guys got. And then they disappear into the ether, right?
Yeah.
And
with those lures. Luckily,
this is a team that has lost 100 games 2 years in a row. The guys that they know probably have jobs right now, and they're like, I don't know if I want to get on your ship. That looks like a shaky ship that you got built over there. I might just stay at my job where I'm feeling okay. And that's why you see guys, when a guy like Zach Bove comes in or Showman comes in, and they're like, what was it about the vision that you really, and they're like, I see the vision. It's like, you got your first opportunity to have this kind of job.
Yep.
Right? You're not
pulling. Well, it was going to be anyone they hired. I mean, their whole thing has been position arbitrage, basically. Like, we'll give you that next position up.
But so, the hitting coordinator is just that, right? Like, I mean, that's one of Fuller's guys, right? So, like, I mean, like, that's happening. But I think it's just like, for the pitching coach job, it's tough to bring someone over if they feel comfortable where they're at.
Yeah.
And you got 100 loss team, and you got a 2-person rotation.
So you'd want them to. So you would choose to stay assistant hitting pitching coach and instead of being the main pitching coach of the 30 jobs you could possibly get, just because you're a little scared.
Is that what you're saying? You're going to get fired the next year with everybody else.
I mean,
okay, I'm just trying to get
I just think that there's, and also maybe they know people, but those people are in positions already that they are a pitching coach somewhere, or they're in a position where they feel more upward trajectory than that. But remember, Brian Bannister's still there, right? Like, so
for now,
where's the trajectory, right? So I think there's more factors to it. I think they probably know people. I just don't think that working with the White Sox is a desirable job, is basically what I'm saying.
Okay. All right.
I think it's getting better. I think it's better than it
was.
I
mean, I think that Treasy's wildly ignoring the scarcity of these jobs, that they just don't really exist, and like, they don't come open that often. Like, how many, new positions
this job be open in a year and a half?
Like,
I don't know. Hey, I don't know.
So every year there's 5 or 6 that open up, maybe. Like,
no, I'm saying this particular job with the White Sox.
Yeah.
I don't know how long it's going to be till it's open again. It seems like not too long. Doesn't seem like they hang on that long here.
Katz was there for what, 5 years?
So Katz was there for
Or
a
4
while.
years. 4 years. 21, 22, 23, 24. No, 5 years. Yeah, 5 years.
But Thames wasn't.
No, he 2
No.
years. 2 years
Right.
and his ass is out the door. Yeah.
And a
Cooper
bunch
was
of
here
guys were
for
2 years
3
and out the
decades.
door.
Yeah.
A bunch of guys were 2 years and out the door. So I don't know. I don't know that it's a job where it looks comfortable. And then you have a new ownership coming in soon too. Like there's just a lot of factors that would make me hesitant to go. I've got a good job. I'm the heir apparent here.
See, that's what he's saying.
I don't know that I would go do that.
Because he's saying that the people that he would know already have jobs, and you don't just want them just to fucking split to like go.
And I get what
and
Beef's
try to
saying.
see what
No,
it's-
I
but
get what
I'm
you're
saying
saying.
something totally different. And MSS,
It's
you're
like-
saying that at the other job, there's more stability. Yeah, you have less chance of getting that job ahead of you.
Right,
There's
exactly.
more stability.
Yeah.
Like,
Exactly. Or
it's a little,
or the
little
guys-
sketchy, you know?
or the guy's old as fuck and you're ready to take it. Or maybe you're just comfortable. But all I'm saying is like I think that even though there's a scarcity of these jobs, I think you're overestimating the desirability of working with a team where they have, especially on the pitching side, where they have no pitchers, and they're not, and they're going out there going like, yeah, we're probably going to patchwork this together for a few years. So you're going to be working with patchwork guys, and like, I don't know, it just doesn't seem like a desirable job to me. I get what you're saying, and I do think there's something to the Bannister thing, but I don't know. I think the Fuller thing, he's bringing in one of his guys. Venable, that one is weird. I will give you that. It's weird that Venable has no guys. Yeah, but at the same time, I don't know, man. This job is. Do you want to work for the Sox? I don't know.
Well, there's still open positions that Will can bring in some guys, right? Because you got Grady Sizemore just left, so there's an open position.
That's not a real position. That's
Well,
not.
I understand.
Unless they keep
like,
it. They could keep it.
Beef,
you know?
another thing
Anyway.
here is like I'm wondering though, and we have no insight into this. They don't really show this. How do they pay compared to like is an assistant pitching coach making more in a different org than he would as the pitching coach in Chicago?
Yeah, who knows?
I have no idea. I'd be surprised if that were the case. Like I would think there'd be substantial jumps between jobs. Maybe it's a lower paying job for a pitching coach compared to pitching coach. No clue. But I'd be shocked if like the assistant pitching coach somewhere else is like making more than the regular pitching coach.
Or near.
Yeah. So anyway, I want to move on. Later on in the interview, he talks about controlling the running game and how Will Venable is very passionate about that. And you guys know the White Sox got run all over last year. I mean, everyone stole every base off the White Sox.
162 stolen bases or some shit or something ridiculous.
PC really controlled the running game. They were very good. Their pitching was good, but also they stopped teams from running. And then a little later on, they talked about pitcher defense, and Zach Bove he kind of stressed like in spring training to get out there and do PFPs. They want to make games out of it. They want to track all this stuff, but this is all shit that could be improved. All things that that just require a little more attention to detail, a little more work, etc. What does it say about the front office that those were their two main concerns, Chorizy?
Well, I think it's they are identifying obvious places where you can improve and where you can grab big improvements, right? Like, so I kind of like that. I think it's gone along with kind of what they've been doing the whole time. Beef is like the lowest hanging fruit. Let's just take care of that.
Let's get better at that thing that we think everyone should be better at, but we're not good at, kind of thing.
And it's cheap. Like it's it's and not cheap in a way of like, oh, these cheap asses. This is something within the constraints that we have, we can improve, right? And I think the interesting thing on that to me was not so much like we're gonna get them out there and do PFPs, and we're gonna focus on these things. For the guys that are here, you can get a marginal improvement, right?
Yeah,
like you could find some, Shane Smith's a young guy. He hasn't really thought about this stuff maybe as much as he should.
You should be able to tweak every person in the building and some of this stuff.
And they get a little bit. Bit. But I think part of the idea of having Bove here and having worked with the Royals, who were really good at this, is to go, let's look at the guys who are free agents, especially in the range that we can get. and let's bump up the guys who are already do all that stuff, who are already good on defense, who are already good at keeping runners on, and let's take those edges, and we'll pay for those edges instead of paying for this guy throws 98 miles per hour, right? And I think that you're going to see
those guys are cheaper to buy, as you mentioned.
You're going to see a shift into that. So there's the Banny guy. So like we're going to have some guy that throws behind the back of his head, but he could really hold runners on, and he's a really good fielder. That's who we're going to end up with. I don't know who those guys are, but like I think it's all part of like playing these little edges, and I like playing the little edges. Like I think especially if you're in a scenario like this regime where it's cash constrained, right? You got to find all the little pieces that you can. Right. I'm down with it, and I think if Zach Bove can identify that and help the org identify that, that's great.
Now MSS, if you could only choose one of these two things for the White Sox to take a big step forward in 2026, either get much better at controlling the running game, not let fucking base stealers steal like a motherfucker on them, or the pitchers get a lot better at just fielding to position in general. Which one are you choosing for this team for next year?
Pitchers a lot better at fielding in general. Like, I think that might go a longer way. But what I was going to say to the original question too is you finally have two guys that are behind the plate that are actually good at their job. Like they can catch the ball, and you don't have to worry about them missing the ball. Right, it can fire down to first, can fire here. So then you can also open up. Then the pitcher can pay attention to the runner a little bit more too. You're not worried that this guy's not gonna catch it or whatever. I just think it's trending the right way, and I think Chorizy-E's correct that it's a small angle, but also the pitchers aren't going to be good. You're going to have 5 guys developing their roles like as a third, fourth, fifth starter that aren't going to be good. So if you can pick a guy off and get runners out and get them gone, you're not going to give as many runs. We can score runs. This team can score runs. We saw last year, so hopefully, it's that
more than 555 and a half.
That could happen, right? I mean, we lost a lot of one-run games last year.
Absolutely.
And if we didn't give up so many fucking stolen bases, maybe we would have won some of those. And, we wouldn't have been in, 120 and 42.
Well, I think the idea of the better fielding is along the lines of like the more affordability, right? Like, because a guy who's not going to strike someone out is cheaper than someone who's going to strike people out. And if you're putting the ball in play, you need that extra infielder, right? You need the up the middle to be covered, especially. Yes.
You can't have Aaron Donald with his head up his ass when he throws a million ground balls.
That's what only throws, which we all only throws ground balls, but has no idea how to field.
Right? Yeah, so
incredible combination. Not to mention the rest of the guys stunk, but like, I will say, like, it's
better.
It will be helpful, especially when you have young guys all over the infield, right? I mean, like this infield's going to be young, no matter who's out there. So yeah, unless your guy Jake is your guy Jacob Maya back, Beef?
He's been jettisoned, unfortunately. Chuck also spoke to Derek Showman, the showman, if you will.
Hell yes.
I'm watching the interview on YouTube because I like to watch the videos too to kind of get the reaction. Here's the thing, like we have the advantage these days of being able to see the guy get interviewed. So you can see the body language, everything. I want to ingest all that stuff. And I'm watching it, and Showman's in his car, which is hilarious to me, where
what the
Bove is like set up at a desk or whatever. Obviously, he's in a hotel room.
But in a hotel room,
but he's set up at a desk and all this stuff. Showman's like obviously on his phone in his fucking car, just like yapping away or whatever. It's kind of funny perspective. But do you guys agree or disagree that Husky Bardo could dress up and be that guy? He could show up to our live show and dressed up as Derek Showman. No one know the difference. It looks
if we brought up Husky, if Husky has the beard and we bring him up and we're like, we got Derek Showman here, no one would know. No one would know.
Our drunk fucking crowd would have no clue.
Until that fucker puts a Packers hat on, then people would know. Let's get a couple drinks here from our guy Jeff.
Let's do it.
Our guy Jeff he just gives us one and he gives us another one. And
beautiful, Jeff. Appreciate you, brother.
Jeff, I don't know how many loonies and toonies that is, but I appreciate it.
Oh man. Can't wait for these to come through. The Canadian money. Fucking
love
great.
The loonies. I wonder what we get taxed on the Canadian money. Is it a 30% tariff tax on
There's
that?
a tariff on it. There's 100%, 100% tariff. We owe We owe you
We
money.
owe
now.
Jeff money. Now I'll ship that shit for free, Jeff. Don't worry about
That's
it. Buddy.
That's who's paying.
Sorry about the up the air ass comment. Okay, I'll ship it for free.
You love
Jeff.
You.
Well,
Now, in the course of this interview, it comes out that Derek Showman says Lenyn Sosa has 2 superpowers, fellas. He can make contact from line to line, and he's got tremendous power. And he starts talking a little bit about adjustments of swing decisions. And, actually, they both talked about having advantages in the count, both the pitching coach and hitting coach. Account leverage is what they were calling. They were account leverage, they like to call it. My question for you guys, and I'll start with Chorizy. Do you think the White Sox actually really love Lenyn Sosa?
No.
And us fans have been focusing way too much on this fucking defense, and they're like, there's thunder in that bat. Go get a hitting coach that could turn this man into Nelson Cruz. Like I told you, you should just bulk up, become Nelson Cruz, and become the DH. Do you think that they think more highly of Lenyn than we all do?
No.
Okay.
I mean, so let's look at this.
Chuck let him into that too, because Chuck was like named off all the stats of Lenyn and then said, "What do you do with Lenyn?"
Derek knows those stats. He knows the guy that he's talking about, and he's definitely he spoke about it well. But like, what are you gonna say, Beef? This guy's got to get his head out of his ass and start
That's
walking.
kind of what he said.
Like he said it in a way that was like very encouraging. Of like, hey, dude, you can. I think he calls him homie. And like,
probably you should.
If you wait for the
north side,
the right pitch, you can hit it. You can hit it because that's your skill. And I think it's good that he's recognizing like, here's the strength and here's where I need to push this guy towards. Right. I don't think that they are looking at this going like Lenyn Sosa is a 30 home run guy and this is we're gonna get it out of him, but they don't have many options, so they got to try and get it out of him. I think that they're going to attempt it. I think that they are going to go for this because Beef, we went through the exercise. It would be very difficult to trade him.
Agreed.
So why not make the most of it, man? Why not see how much you can get out of this thing? It's a unique tool. Try and get as much as possible out of it, and then figure out where he's going to make his errors. Right? But the end of the story is that Beef, if you got him up to a 6% walk rate, which would double his walks.
Yeah, his career rate.
It's 20 home runs, 6% walk rate. He's a viable player on a roster. Like he's a guy that you'd want on your team. He can't be your best hitter. He just can't. And I think you're asking, do they think he could get there? I don't think that they believe he could get there. But I think they're going to try and get as much as possible.
No. The question wasn't, can they like just bump up the walk rate and he's like the same player? The question was basically like, do they think, well, there's a real power bat in there.
That's what I'm saying.
That we should unlock. See, I'm not thinking 20 home runs. I'm thinking, can he get in the high 20s and low 30s and like be like a real power hitter? And like, is that kind of the approach here where they just think, man, you just get this guy to stop swinging at so much stuff that he can make contact with because he's really good at making contact. Just have him learn, look, these are your sweet spots and this is where you swing, motherfucker. Like, I don't know if Showman's the right guy, but it kind of got my brain going like, wait a minute, maybe we got a little more power around here than we thought. And we haven't unlocked it.
I think they're going to try it. I don't think they believe it. That's kind of what I was saying.
Well,
I think, what do you think there?
I think Chorizy's right. I think you have to ride out this Lenyn Sosa fucking whatever experiment it is right now until the fucking wheels fall off because we waited for him to fall. The other shoe to drop the entire season last year, and it did not happen. And like he played himself into a shot. You didn't hire. I don't think you hired Derek Showman in just to get him fixed. I think you hired him from other reasons, and I think your money thing is kind of on key, but also on point. The guy also has family that is in Elgin, so he wants to be here, and so like I think it's a good story all around. But I don't think he's just here for Lenyn, and I don't think that they think that Lenyn is their guy.
I don't think he's saying is he here just for Lenyn, but I think Beef is just asking,
fix him?
Does Chris Getz believe that Lenyn Sosa is a 30 home run guy in waiting?
Do they like Lenyn more than we all like Lenyn is basically the question.
I don't think I don't know.
You think they like him less? All right.
I want to say I want to say they don't, but I think
Yeah.
they see what we see, and maybe there's like, hey, maybe something happened behind the scenes this year that flipped Lenine, right? And like now he gets it. So now they brought this, not bring him in to like fix it, but like maybe to push on this, like, hey, this is what worked with Thames, and this is what happened. Can we expand on this and can we keep it moving? You know, so I don't know. He's just
I just think
it's got to push him.
Beef. I just think that they see him as a viable option, and they're going to try and get as much out of him as possible. I don't know that, like, I can't believe that they believe that. I don't know. Maybe that's just my cynical view of it, but I just think that, like, I think that first base is still up for grabs. Is a better way of saying it.
They should not sign
Vargas might still
back.
be the first baseman. Beef is where my mind is.
They shouldn't be like, Lenine's going to be the power bat. We got that covered. No, that should not be what they say. They need to continue to look for other people to hit the shit out of the ball, because I don't think that he's.
Now, they brought up in the interview that the Marlins, where Derek Showman came from, he was the assistant hitting coach there.
Yeah.
That they changed their practice habits, making everything more game-like, and it jumped their performance. They really upped the intensity kind of in the practice habits, especially with the hitting. And it's the old like practice like you play type bullshit that everyone's heard, whoever's ever played organized sports. But my question is, like, they talked about this a couple times in the interview. Do you think a little bit that the reason why he's brought in here was kind of an indictment on the practice habits in the Marcus Thames version of the hitting program, and that, well, they wanted to do things a little more game speed, they wanted to kind of up the ante a little bit in the practice style, and maybe it didn't get there, and maybe Showman is kind of the guy to do that? MSS, do you think that's really the reason the guy's here, is because, like, he just runs a good little system here? He's good at shoving all this stuff. He's good at getting the guys to jump in and do this and be enthusiastic and push themselves when they're working on things, so that that happens out on the field.
I mean, he sounded in the interview like you would want to go to bat for the guy. I think once you learn his story and you've crushed a couple fucking Bud Heavies with him, that you're gonna like the guy, right? And he has everything that I read about him. He's great. Thames got hired right away, right? Like he wasn't without a job for that long. Like he is employed. So there's something there too. But maybe there's just not. Maybe he's the get them started guy, and then somebody's got to come in and then whoop their ass. And maybe you got something right. Maybe, yes, maybe they needed the discipline. Maybe he couldn't get an Andrew Vaughn, under wraps and like get him fucking focused to fucking hit the ball. So maybe you need a guy to come in and be like, this is how we're going to do it. This is going to do it. But like good cop, bad cop guy like this, because he seems like, yeah, you can be structured, but also be a fun guy. And that's what he seems like that Derek Showman is.
Teresa, what do you think about this?
I'm with you on this one, Beef. I think it's something that is a kind of cheap fix, which is better preparation, right? And you see it in the Bove hire too, because Bove had some, like, I think both of them have had like kind of some weird titles in the back where it was in their background where it was like /analytics something or other,
Yep.
And it's definitely, it's a combination, I think, though, what they're looking at is of prepping them on the analytics side, but then also practicing different, right? And the fact that Showman brought it up multiple times in there, and he brought up, like, when they're asking about, like, basically clutch hitting is what
That's what Chuck was asking.
Chuck was afraid to say clutch hitting because he knows it's like such a, such a boogeyman in the analytics world.
Yeah, they're all going to wipe it away and say, no, it's not. It's just you got to prepare. Like, kind of thing.
He used batting average with runners in scoring position, which is clutch hitting, right? Like, it's just like you're trying to say clutch hitting, and I actually think it's a good question from Chuck in that scenario, which is like, how did you get these guys to be better at this? And Showman even said, like, they've had big droughts of this because, like, the Marlins, for some of the things they did well, they were completely devoid of power. They had a bunch of stuff wrong on the hitting side. But the way he talks about the prep of, like, the time that you're coming up in the game, it shouldn't be the first time you thought about this. It shouldn't be the first time you're in this situation. It shouldn't be the first time you think about this. The idea that he has of, like, these kind of, like, being a warrior in the box and just kind of like, and I didn't mean that to sound horny, but that's, kind of the way I thought it. The being out there and going like it's a battle every at bat. That's all prep. That's all preparation, right? And I think like anytime you talk to a really good coach, they talk way more about prepping for the game than they do about the in-game stuff, right? Because the in-game stuff should just work because you prepared. You did it 700 times. It's a Kevin in Parenthood making that catch. Well, yeah, he should catch the ball. You threw him 5,000 pop-ups in the backyard. That's the kind of thing that they're talking about. And I do like that. And I do think, Beef, I agree. That's where they're going with these hires. They're going with guys that are in there all the time going, we're going to practice this a fucking million times so that when it comes to the game, it's just second nature. The muscle memory is just there. You just do it. Don't even think about it.
Right. You can hold the runners on. You can field your fucking position. And yes, you know how to adjust to it's 2-0 and I should be looking for a cookie and trying to drive it, or I got 2 strikes I should be protecting and trying to punch a ball to the right side. Yeah, exactly that stuff. Last thing, and after listening to these 2 interviews, I got to ask you guys something.
I thought we were in the trust tree in the nest. Are we not?
I just need to make sure, because I hate to say this about our brother in arms, Chuck. He's got his stripes. He's a made man in the Sox aura and everything. He's been doing this forever or whatever. But I kind of want to reach out to him a little bit. You're the man, Chuck. But your brothers at 108 would be happy to help you with some of the questioning when you do these interviews. And analytical stuff, fine. You maybe don't trust us. You don't think we're that smart or whatever, even though Chorizy and I got high-power careers. But what about even just the dude stuff with Derek Showman? I mean, like, we could have sent you the, have you ever let your buddy smell your finger type questions to get the dudeness out of him. You went in that direction, but you didn't know how far to go to really draw out the dudeness. I just feel like, boys, I don't know. You listen to the interviews. I feel like we could help Chuck with some of these questions. We'd be happy to help you. No one needs to know, Chuck. You just reach out, little quiet, and then we send you a couple questions, and then you write in there with those things. What do you guys think? You guys down with this? I'm offering our services.
I'm 100%, and I think that he is. I was ready because you'd mentioned this before, and I was listening to the interviews, and I was ready to come at you and just be like, man, Chuck's doing fine. The guy that came over to our bobblehead night and with Ozzy, and
I love Chuck. It's not against Chuck at all.
I know, but I still want to be like, hey, you got to give him a little bit of a break. But there was some times where he could have pushed on some things and he didn't, and he literally. He just didn't make. Derek Showman seems to have such a personality buried in there, and you need to get that out, and you can't get that out. Like you have to be able to get that out. He said in the interview, and this was something that I picked up, Loaf, where he was just like, it's just so awesome to watch these guys when they get it and they start succeeding, and you work so hard with them, and it's like it's so great, and there's like no emotion from Chuck. Like he doesn't even go, yeah, you're right. And I'm over here
thinking at this question sheet. What's the next question?
I'm listening to Derek talking. I'm like, you know what? I like that too. Like that's why, the T-ball, you've coached, you guys have both coached. Like, see them actually do something that you worked on. It's just like, come on, man. Like,
it's a great feeling, right? To see them do it
there.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then launch on this to be like, yeah, so what are you going to, or whatever. But yeah, no, there was no bro hug. There was nothing fun. It was just like, hey, can I even talk about your son? Is it okay if I bring up your son? It's like, you just did, dickhead. Like, if you didn't want to do it, you should have talked to him earlier. You should have said it before, not in the midst of it. Like, I don't know. This guy's got a lot of passion. Like, he's got a lot of, like, he's a, I don't want to call him
you see what's happening here, Chorizy? MSS is getting smitten. He was getting smitten
this guy
with Derek Showman already. It's already.
I knew that was going to happen.
But Zach. I like Zach too, but I
don't try to play this off. There's no way you like him anywhere in the same vein.
Not in the same realm. No,
he's like I like Zach too. He's too skinny though.
No, Zach is
not a natural plug.
More numbers and like more like whatever. I understand why Banny likes him. Why Banny would hire that guy because of the way that he talked with Chuck. But like Showman is like a feel. He's a feel. I like that. That's okay. So yes, no, I am gonna make it my mission to get Derek either up on the stage at Reggie's on the 31st, or we'll do something. We're gonna get him around because we can do it better. we could definitely do it better and bring out the bro in him. And we're the only White Sox podcast that can do that. And I'm going to just put it out there.
Yeah. No, there's no question. All right.
So
So
can I answer this one?
You can
get in
answer
here,
that
baby.
too.
Get in here. Yeah.
So I just had two quick thoughts on this. So
You should
one,
be smitten too.
one is that Chuck, let Chuck do his thing.
Okay.
We have a friend who has a very big podcast, and he'll reach out to us when he has a Sox. Hey
true.
guys, anything we should ask him, and we can send him a spicy question because he's a spicy guy.
He uses them too.
And he uses them, and so.
Yes.
So I got no problem there. I don't think we need to push that through Chuck. We'll keep it through Dave. But the
no spoilers.
The other thing though was Beef. I was listening to the podcast, and I listen to Chuck from time to time. I don't think he's not in my regular rotation, but he gets great guests because he's connected to the Sox.
Got access, So
I listen. It's not for us. The podcast is not for guys who spend all their fucking waking hours thinking about the Sox and looking at roster resource and going let's trade with every team.
Trade with every team, yes.
We're not the core audience. And so there's some things where I'm just like, man, ask them more about the interview process. And it's like the normal person does not give a shit about that. That's my weird desire to know what the written test looked like, like that. So I get why maybe the questions feel a little more generic to us, right? But I will say that this is on the Sox. Make your guys available to more people. It doesn't even have to fucking be us.
Right.
Make them available to more people.
It should be us.
I mean, if it was us, it would be great. No question about it. But
I will take it any day, right? I'm not saying, we should interview all these guys. I'm saying that if there was a more expansive universe of people interviewing the guys, you'd get much more interesting takes from all these different directions. Everybody would have a different thing. I would love to hear Jordan Lazowski interview Zach Bove. I think that would be a very interesting interview. I would tune the fuck in as soon as it happened.
For sure.
Right. And so that's the kind of thing that I'm talking about. But the White Sox talk interviews, Beef, they're just not for us. I think if we go in there going man, I hope they ask him this. It's it's not going to happen.
It's not
I think we got to, temper our expectations a little bit.
We shall do that. I shall do that. My apologies to me.
Tempora.
Last thing on the White Sox.
No need to
I have had a thought that I think, I don't care that much if the White Sox don't spend this offseason. And I think that's contrary to what everyone else in Sox Twitter really thinks. I think people are like, and we got money available here in the payroll. We got a super low payroll. Fucking put some money out there. So what? Just go fucking spend. And so my thought was, boys, let's do that fucking exercise right now. And let's see what it ends up looking like. I want to take a look at this because maybe I'm wrong. And maybe everyone who wants to spend is correct. So I'm going to put up a graphic on the screen right now. What I did is I flushed out what the White Sox payroll is currently. Now, what I used is I use Spot Track, except those big dummies had $820,000 as league minimum. That's not correct. It's $780,000 in 2026. I also used their ARB numbers as opposed to MLB trade rumors. That's not going to make much of a fucking difference. So the opening payroll right now, no additions, just kind of whoever's in the White Sox 40-man realm that we would squish onto the 26-man roster, is a shade over $61 million. And so my thought is we add 4 free agents to the White Sox, and let's see what this looks like. And I'm talking 4 legitimate free agents, middle market guys, with a couple caveats here. You have to think these guys would actually sign with the White Sox. You're not going to say we're not getting fucking. And as much as I'd love to have Framber Valdez, he ain't coming here. Even if you're the highest bidder, he's going to go to some team where he could actually win, not lose 100 games a couple times. He doesn't want to do that. Most of the guys at the top of the group who are going to make a lot of money won't want to do that. They're going to want to come here. Secondarily, and it's something that a dear friend of ours, Aloha Mr. Hand, brings up often. He calls it the White Sox suck tax. Now, it's not specific to the White Sox, but when you have a bad team and you're trying to lure free agents, middle market, and up, generally they're going to cost a little bit more than they would cost if you're going to a contender. And that's for obvious reasons, right? You have the fringe benefits of being on a good team and those things. There's other benefits to being a winner, basically. These guys value that in some way. So it's not a big number, but what we're going to call it right now is we're going to call it like about 25% on an annual salary bump for Sox suck tax, if that's okay with you.
Can I double down on Mr. Hand's suck tax?
Go for it, yeah.
I think it's also going to be very difficult to pull off a 1-year contract in this offseason, because I don't know a lot of guys who want to be a free agent going into the lockout year.
Yep.
I don't know how many guys are going to have a choice. Let's be honest with ourselves.
Right.
And the reason why I bring this up, Chorizy, is
I like this because these should be guys that don't have a choice, right?
These are guys that are 1 or 2 year deal type guys. I pulled these salaries from Fangraphs. Fangraphs actually does an annual article, their top 50 free agents. What they do is they have Ben Clemens guess the salaries, and then they crowdsource the rest of it. And so what I took here is I took like median salary from the crowdsource. So basically, this is the wisdom of crowds, if you believe crowds have wisdom or not. I truly don't give a fuck. I just wanted to put a number out here so we could get something to throw down. So the first question is, MySoxSummer, what do the White Sox need? Just one position that they might need.
Oh, right field.
Okay, right field. I would like to go out and get an outfielder. And so who we're going to put in here? We're going to put Ryan O'Hearn. He's an outfielder. And he was actually used to be with Ryan Fuller in Baltimore, went over to the San Diego Padres at the end of the season. The OG salary was $12 million. If you tack on 25%, the Sox sucks tax bumps him up to $15 million. This would be a 2-year for 30 for Ryan O'Hearn. So Ryan O'Hearn would be on the roster. That's free agent number 1. Chorizy, what position do the White Sox need?
I like him.
Pitcher. They need
some pitching, right? We're going to go with starting pitcher. We do need a starting pitcher. And it's old friend alert, guys. He was just on a contender. And that's Chris Bassett. Chris Bassett, the Blue Jays, free agent.
How old is Chris Bassett?
37 years old. Chris Bassett coming over here. This is like a best option for him. His OG salary, $18 million per year, and that was a 2-year 36. And Sox suck tax will bump him up to $22.5 million. So that's $2 and $45. Get Chris Bassett in here. Now I know you guys know that we need some relievers. The relievers were a little sketchy this past year.
We only need 5 or 6 relievers.
Well, I'm only going to sign one free agent that is a substantial number. And I'm going to sign Rizzo Iglesias. It's kind of funny. There was Dodgers chirping around him today in free agency. So if that would happen, he's not coming to the White Sox.
I feel like he's going to make an unconscionable amount of money this offseason. But let's go with it. Let's go. I'm not
so Fangraphs median salary, the OG is $12 million. You add the Sox suck
like that
tax.
ball grip.
He's up to $15 million. That would be 1 and 15 for Rizzo. I'll get back out there after this season, maybe so he can earn more. And lastly, I mean, maybe this is just me, but I feel like the White Sox need a third baseman. Potentially one that might have a little bit of thump. And this guy performed well down the stretch. He performed well in the playoffs. Used to play with the Minnesota Twins, but was just with the Seattle Mariners. And that is Jorge Polanco. Polanco fills in second, first, but he can also play third. His OG salary, $14.5 million. Add in the Sox suck tax. That's $18.1 million. That's a 2-year, $36.2 all in. There's 4 free agents, guys, to fill in 4 nice spots. Now, what I'm going to pull up on the screen is the updated look at this roster. And our new free agents are in red. You can see those shiny new toys that we added in here. And you see the payroll, opening day payroll will bump up to a whopping $129.4 million. That would be the 3rd highest payroll. Opening day payroll in White Sox history. My question for you two, is this a good team or is this the 2015 White Sox reincarnated? Chorizy, you're first.
It's still a very rough team. Now, Beef, I will argue one of these.
Yeah.
And that is Ryan O'Hearn. I think you might be able to get him at fair market because he's had a little bit of a downswing, and I think he might want to come back to Fuller. So there's a chance you get him for like 3 million less. So this is 126 now.
Okay, all right. Only 126.4. Okay, got it.
Now, Beef, we're in the money. This is perfect.
That $3 million savings, humongous, guys. MSS, what do you think of this roster? You like this roster? Is it a good roster? What do you think?
I like it, and I think you should do it. I just think, and this is why us Sox fans are so fucking ridiculous. It's like, this is a lot of money to lose all these games, because the major component that like lost us a shitload of games is basically untouched. You know what I mean? Like, you don't really have like that scrape up all of it. You didn't have. You're still not doing it.
70. This team wins 74 games at best. Yeah, I was kind of looking. I was like, I could squeeze it my eyes and see mid-70s out of this crew right here. Like,
yeah, I don't. I mean, but also, Loaf, like, what's it matter if you do spend the money and you suck? Like, I mean, really, it's like a 1 year, 2 year thing. You're just allowing development of other people. These guys aren't going to stop the development of anyone that's in the minors.
Agreed.
Right?
Yeah, no, I agree.
Like,
it'll
make it a little easier on our eyes.
No, that's important to voice, MSS. Like, I don't think, and like the choices I made here, yes, probably they could block some of these guys from some development. So like, when you sign Ryan O'Hearn, depending on how you line up the outfield, or if you line him in the infield or whatever, yeah, you may be blocking a person from you may be blocking Lenine or blocking Miguel Vargas or one of the catchers from getting more plate appearances or whatever. So there is a little bit of blocking, but not so much where you're like, oh, it's really starving someone out here.
Right.
You're not really doing that with any of those spots, right? All those guys are just like, we could use those guys plus other shit here, and we're not really going to be blocking anybody. And so I get that part of the exercise.
It was in the comments tonight, and then it was around very prevalent on Twitter today that we need to trade Caro or we need to trade Teal, and it's like, why do we need to do that? We
don't have enough good hitters yet. Well, let's just wait.
Settled in yet, you know. And like there was one guy talking head on there talking about all this, and he's like, well, they're not going to do that, and they're not going to do this, they're not going to do that. A guy that's taken very public L's in the last 2-3 months, and is saying, well, that's never going to happen. Well, you said that about other things that did happen. So like, listen, we need to figure out what we have in those guys first before we go, you know what, we're going to have a logjam here at catcher. Okay, I don't know if we're gonna be able to figure it out. You know what? We can figure it out, because one of them can DH, every so often, and they can fucking fumble
also,
around for a little bit.
Catchers can use a rest here and there.
They need days off.
They can.
And also, you take it
goofy.
easy on my guy, all right? Every time he DMs me about Love is Blind, he's right on the money about the way that show's going. Okay, so I trust his counsel when it comes to that show.
We talked about it in the chat, and I'll say what I said. The way that he responds to people does not. I mean, if it's a bit, and if it's not, or if it's his thing, great. But like, it really paints yourself into a corner that if anything doesn't happen exactly the way it comes, all your other opinions look like total dog shit, because you're like, yeah, that's not happening. The Toronto Blue Jays are not going to the World Series. Why would they do that? Oh, what the fuck just happened? And they went to Game 7 against the best fucking goddamn team known to man ever. Fucking Christ. I don't know. I was just looking at it going, man, this is just not how I want to
physically emotional here.
Yeah, he is.
Well,
Chorizy, looking back at this roster here,
weird.
You would still spend the money though, right? You, regardless of like looking at it, just like, this is not really a needle mover, would you still spend it and just say, fuck it, we'll spend it? See, or are you like of me, where like, I'd be fine if they spend it, but I also don't care if they spend it.
So it's a mixed bag here, right? Like, so like if they did this, right, I would not have a problem with it.
Right.
And I wouldn't think, okay, this is I also wouldn't think like, oh, we got it now. Right. Like I wouldn't feel like that.
Team, like,
but at the same time, like I would be fine if they didn't spend this.
Yeah.
But I would be pissed off if they didn't do anything. Right. There's a lot of holes to fill here. And so you got to go out and do something. If they go out and like, instead of getting some of these guys, like, so instead of getting Chris Bassett, right?
Yeah.
Someone comes off the waiver wire and he's an outrageously good fielder or something like that, like as a pitcher, or he has some like unique skill as a pitcher, but hasn't put everything else together. And they're like, we got to get this guy, and we bring him in, and it's fucking league minimum. I'm okay with that. Like, Do something to try and improve the team.
No, hang on. You're going backwards on your other thing. You were mad at Chris Getz for saying that they want only the 1-year deals, and you didn't like him doing his fucking bottom feeding like he's done in the past. That's where the deals are, Chorizy, at the bottom like that. If you want him to go out and spend, that's what it looks like. When you go out and spend in the middle market, that's what the shit looks like.
No, what I said was I don't know why anyone would go out and pigeonhole themselves and say, I'm not going to do this so that everybody knows what you're going to do. I think that's dumb. What I'm saying,
if you actually do it or if they believe it,
they believe it with this regime. So
everything I say is the truth.
Oh, well, they believe when it's like, oh, we're going to be cheap. Yeah. I can't believe the White Sox are being cheap. They're probably playing, they're playing 4D chess over here. Fuck out of here. So I think in spots, if they're going to choose to do something creative instead of spend the money, I'm okay with them doing that. But Beef, that payroll that you put there, the 129, do that. Spend 129 million. Spend 129 million. Find spots to do this. I'm fine with this. This team, if they put this team together this year, I would not be mad that they spent their money there. I think the Raisel Iglesias thing is impossible. So let's say they put that 15 million. They don't do that. They patchwork together again a bullpen, which is terrifying.
That worked so well the last 2 years.
But they put
you stop.
They spend 15.
There.
But they spend 15 million to not make Sean Burke part of that rotation, right? Bassett and another guy to not make Burke part of that rotation. I'm feeling it.
Sean Burke vibes, man.
Hey, you know what? It's just not there. I'm sorry.
I just ran over to Sport Track just to go look at some relief pitchers, and see what their market value is. And you'd be shocked at some of the cast-offs that the Sox had and their market values. I mean, it's just they're people are going to get more money than you think. So I mean, it's hard to because there's some of these guys I'm looking at these names and I was like, we had that guy, and I was like, there's no way in hell I would pay him $13 million a year to come through. It's just not there's
market value.
Here's the thing, Lee. And this is kind of over the last several years, and this is the last point I want to make on this. We could finish this up here, but over the last decade, 2 decades, even the deals are all the very bottom of the market, so signing those real cheap guys or whatever, and the very top of the market, because the top of the market is always a deal, because no one's going to go up so fucking high. You see how big of a deal Ohtani is right now, right? It's fucking dominating. Or they're the Harper and Machado deals. Look how cheap those fucking things look now. Now when you're in hindsight, it's the guys are both still great. There's some clunkers up there. There's Strasburg and shit, but for the most part, the top and the bottoms are where you get your deals.
Injury's the risk.
Yeah.
Right?
Shit happens, but it is what it is. So,
people are moaning Juan Soto's deal, and it's he was awesome.
He was great. The Mets sucked underneath it. The pitching sucked in the second half. It's not his fault that they didn't make the playoffs. Come on. So, thanks for indulging me. I wanted to see it. I wanted to get it out there and see it. Just do the exercise and see what does this really look like? And it looks like a mediocre team. So it's kind of what I thought it would look like, but also, it's okay to do that. It's okay to just say, fuck it, we're going to put some money in and win 75 games. Let's fucking do it.
Look at that team, though. Let's bring it up one more time.
I'll pop it up here.
So let me just throw this out. Because the Sox are still in a fucking rebuild. I don't care what people say.
Don't question.
Fucking still in rebuild. So let's say we did all this, right? Yeah. And it's July. The team's a mediocre team. We're pretty sure this isn't a playoff team. And if they are a playoff team, they're going to get fucking smoked immediately. If any of these guys are performing,
I'll take that.
They're churning these motherfuckers and get some people in. Get some more, fill up the roster a little bit more. Get some depth. I have no problem with that.
It's true, but I think when you start looking at this, Chorizy, market value versions of these players, I mean, maybe Iglesias could fetch you something decent, the rest of them, you're not going to get a whole hell of a lot when they're fully priced like that. It's tough. That's why like the Luis thing is like, I don't know that they're going to get a lot more at the deadline when they trade, because he's way more expensive than he was. So we'll see how it goes. But anyway, thanks for indulging me. That was a fun exercise. Good White Sox talk.
All right. Hopefully we don't have anything that I'm not aware of, and we can get to thank yous and GFYs. BeefLoaf, who are you thinking of GFY?
I'm going to thank the South Loop Chamber of Commerce for hosting a wonderful networking event.
That's nice.
Yosa Cafe. Saw many people that we knew already. Met a bunch of new folks, but a fun time all around. It was good to get in a room with a bunch of small business owners in Bridgeport. And there was a good energy in there about like pushing the community and pushing all the cool things that are going on around here. So hope to attend more. And I talked to the executive director. Since there are 3 of us, and on the normal invites, they only allow 2, she told me a way to secretly get all 3 of us in there. So next event, the 3 of us will be there. Because I told her, I said, we're only at full strength. We got all 3 of us. We can't, it's just like, we got to get everyone in here. MSS wasn't with us. And she's okay. Well, I got the thing for you. We'll make sure. So it should be a fun time going forward. Happy to be part of the chamber.
Nice. Thank you guys for doing that.
MySoxSummer, who are you thinking of GFY?
You know what? I don't want to GFY my insurance company for their total lack of awareness, or like even calling to see if we're okay after we put a claim in there. I'm going to thank Tony's Collision Auto over on Halstead and like 29th, because I called in today, and calling a place that they're going to be doing insurance work. Sometimes they're just like, whatever, like we're going to get half of whatever we would normally get. So just whatever. This woman was so fucking detailed and said, listen, I need you to come in, on this date for 15 minutes, and they're going to get everything going. Then you're going to come back on the date that we decide that we're going to be able to get your car in and out of here, because we don't want to have this car sitting here for 2 weeks and blah, blah, blah. And said, and this is how much it's going to cost. And this is what you got to do. And this is what you can expect. And I was like, I love good customer service. And if you give me good customer service like the T-Mobile girl did, now Tony's Collision, like I am just so happy when I get somebody that knows what they're fucking doing and can explain it to you. So you're not like, oh, thanks. They're not just like, yeah, come in Tuesday and we'll see how it goes. No, they're like, no, this is what's going to happen and this is what you can expect. So thank you, Tony's Collision. Maybe a future 108 sponsor. We'll see. I'll try to sell it when we get in there, and we'll get it all in there. Chorizo, who are you thinking are GFY?
MSS would like to be serviced, is what I just heard.
Good service. Good customer service.
I'm thinking 2 groups of people. I'm thinking first of everybody who donated to the White Sox Twitter food drive. Yes. So the ass people, they put together this beautiful food drive. We appreciate them. And you can go to 108.ing/food to donate. Me and Beef are hopefully going to donate some money from the Jets. And
I'm looking great right now. They're down 13 with a minute 53.
Okay. They're down 10 last I checked. Yeah. We're in trouble. We're in trouble
right now. Yeah, it's looking.
And I'd also like to thank
25
everyone who bought tickets for the White Sox after party the Sox Fest after party. That we're doing January 31st at Reggie's. That's 108.ing/party. I think everybody should come out to it. It's going to be a huge fucking party. It's going to be a lot of fun, and we're going to be there very late. It's going to be the perfect way to end that weekend. But until then, we'll talk to you soon, and don't forget about Festivus.